Kojak Charcoal toothpaste and I will use Kodani Yusu and Penifo Yusu Kojak Pro Code and on a pepubi na abo uti pile and I will tip for migraine and also a ye at the Florentian wash and also at the Amami Wakanshi drag lane one kind and I feel Central Market to Kumase. I want Sunya Dua. I will say can be 0244559597. Now for them Penifatu Komo na and Yaman so etmia kama na natural in company limited Roma Daruma. Woman some control as a say Juma Koso Achasene we are Bema or Jonsa Mkoyo and Flo Bema Diasa Tosani Johnson Manan Tosa the auto pistol what I say Nan Yamania come and from out now to pencil so Jonsoma Emu Pime Yunia natural and a Proslav capsules Nessa offer Truman capsules a recorrection and after West Pains I know a Truman no so Congo ointment no a say also Hunamani no rashes a good Hunamani and I say no diarrhea Hunamia here what Dre Congo 0249 017101 0249 017101 Nafe when you didn't come out Tabia Daruma Natabia Takum no a Ghana Fonina Mantia Dro ya DJ Murphy ewe drowse Takum Capo me Danes Metifia ya Nafe Matafre and no etimi Boma watinka koye ewe mpem obado wa ufukua na odao onu awon kan ho obadie ese beme bo adwuma asa ode edua bia bon wati anasa ne tono ese o kan ho bubuni mu ha sa feelings no wonya bia takum ene ese otafre bie eno ebema mu aye de ede ama tabia ba capsules enso ayisisi ade ede from na Mr no aye malaria jaundice no enso be 0243 686 861 only edin komana fenuama enso atima ye kama edamao adope e show no so national so high science wo ye promo and de ama promo na no sepa e refrigerator promo and ye fridge no say ne o pekasia o peketwa ni nyina no ye obi e ho ye wo de eno betimi aboa ama chese cost na wo ya on the electricity bills na twen prepaid no toy ana eden na sa unya fridge entry bills bebra papa mo amoye cost mo amoye provision wa unsu so fie se mbian kwan bi se fridge ma eso ma fridge ni 24/7 because udum no pa be nyinya
producers obi be nkruma fresh
no ye ndum no 24/7 and to pe fridge entwa we a high sense for the promo na cause ntuni bia oba time fast na kwajibi na emo ye pe bono e from yem promo na de bia ka e da form boko yen showrooms no e wo East Legon e wo Tudu e wo ye kan say North Industrial Area e wo Kasua oba bi on say kanyen wo Kumasi City Mall Kumasi Adum Kumasi Post Office ho on say ka man Kasim Tachiman ene dansuma ni Kofrodia on say ka high sense 0302 55 000 0302550000 nafe woni atwetwen komo emulator supplement o madama and I don't pay and na say ohonam no atwetwen obo wa na se nanikum oyare wonyare onam ti nyina se nani subri no immune system no eye slow sana nafe ma se yade nketenkete be bo emulator supplement eno ananya bi na fo no ma ma system ni gina ma chasa wonso e fight it yade bia e ba ni pedwan mi tiano ahye no so ete ama mi so be pe bi na afi wanom na sede ne akrobeto de bia o kana dre kwa no enye pesami nkuminya kwa nke nka wase mi kwa papa aha bata be bo nti ne ye ka no e ya wo ana wo so onyema onum bi enye yi ana afi onso afafura wo fa bi enye ya kwa ne nimfie dumienu a ontimi 5 ml supplement 0535112813 na fo no madin komo 0535112813 na wabon common oba enuama enso be kama ete amayen remwe ewo ne power specialist aba hospital ye ma make doctor akosua aduaya na dama na osemen control hepatitis B A C and I have a fatty liver and I feel prostate no problem abema was a brain na from nubuna and hama enya onwadwuma fibroid and asembia stomach ulcer kidney stones ni nyina no otu ase e jama jirika jiri mema 20 channel so e fama me Herbal Herbal Mister enso ejane na so boosti immune system ni party mi enso do akra kwabenya ACP Road ewo Power Hospital bus stop Kumasi Feyase ewo Bosomchi Road at Dia Junction wo takra de record ewo Anaji Estate 0244 544 422 na ne doctor edi enkomana obata oba na mom no mamemfo polytank ema wakwaba we aye polytank papa ana ye bo ho ene dero edi ema ye bane say water ene storage tanks aye polytank ana ye boni din on say polytank no wo ye pani o tiase pani de penny oba ya che into obi ekope water storage tanker wo se me polytank
yes
on say brand brava was me polytank and it's a brand in a solid brand I will mo dia banya se me to onim se system no ebe mu no 30 years and over umfie say so 30 and say me out check polytank akra bi o tell you go buy at 30 30 about how sure 30 and then polytank geka at a system no wo me pa asano so ema me say enya se me to polytank and American fo etem ama durability ne de wa wonim o to a echepa at say emfe hum pan ko ba bia original nankasa eni polytank yen yi momo e online tie obi o Facebook no fro me polydo fa sika fa momo ye dabi enyi momo e wo online tia no ahye no so bra na ebeto tia physical cash na nuama enye kama polytank eno no polytank papa pankasa and ye de wonsem de boba tan obi so mo na afo ato aso
Dr. Muzu se bema otiasa eni kwan se obema enso etimi wu namom se bia obema enso etimi wu a wo so moja no eno so etimi circulate ye sanya baya obi bia enso ebetwa wo kan mani padua no bia enso etwa ko yesu ati dam eno nti ano de amuzu garlic bitters eno so etimi dia ba na amuzu garlic bitters na ababuao na mpo ade se high blood pressure eno so eti tori nan eto so etimi tuase eno enso etimi dam afei cholesterol ana just adults e wo widie ni ma eno so ebetwa tuase kama eno enso etimi dam antiba bia ye to do bia no wo kwa wo so pe amuzu garlic bitters na open do ma wo do ne betem enso eto amuzu herbal clinic e wotafun so amuzu Johnson ye be Moro Market 0247 776743 0247 776743 nana Dr. Amuzu enso din komo ayo so problem nko dia wo de kwa dan gentleman dental clinic na me pato womba system no enso etimache it eban examination and consultation e fa osene wa okwa womba ne kama enso etimi dia ma ebia osene tu upebi edo place okombe ne kama and also etimi dama osiatu ama ogire wose ejere das moboa odi dompese wuntimi nka enam bia de mo bia wuntimi nwi ade tane so bako gentleman dental clinic no amosom etima boa afese bia person so gold operation so silver ninyan okombe tane kama enso etimi dama eba ni teeth whitening so de tane so gentleman dental clinic ebeboa amanto tane so etima ko edama eba no restoration se bia person fellow senasin so ninyan omuye wojuma enso eti o makati aflao jane GCB bank no ana di enhwan with tachiman udu magazine ayo ko Fodua Central Police Station e wonso ye hon ma wudu tadi ayo Tadisco Johnson ho ana wa ye bojuma Kumasi Abrepo Johnson anampo udu magazine e wonso wa ye bojuma Accra zonungwa anampo atomic da e wonso du hon ma gentleman dental clinic hon ma wo bojuma bua anampo ade bia e fa wonso no bibia so etima ko e jama 0559 139582 0549906588 and the gentleman dental clinic from penny for and some ultimate common Kivo 4-in-1 Gary soaking mess no
tuba
Kivo yes who's that yes no and there pro yes pa easy and they say obeto Kivo 4-in-1 Gary soaking
mess ne dey
easy obia timi ye bi
4-in-1
yes 4-in-1 na ebi asesi abeno kaza wo adwuma wo office o kwa fa bi so bag mu ko se bia akwada ni ko school or boarding house wo person beto mak person beto sa we bibia wo dada number 1 Kivo 4-in-1 nessa Gary skins so the woman say your Gary kakra wom your nkatie wom your milk wom ene wo sugar kakra nti ade na mixing dada wo dia ni unsuo keyboard de ohia no unsuo keyboard de ohia eye unsuo wodi unsuo na so amese na afei boabo no gona na bibians eto kama eye kama essence aboani padua no ama bians eto kama ti se koma di mprempren ko a na padua ne papa enso etima dia eno an kivo 4-in-1 gare soaking mix no na bibians eto ko edama na mum kai na sanos ama mesa mu amonu aduane so kivo hot pepper eno ewo dwa so enya fei ana akofa potoi wa ne ta ubeti Now, double supporter one up. I felt one man do say guti any adade patch of so kono kivo hot pepper ni bina and profile wa bia ni nyina aduane bia wo ye bia tese odi makofra de eno na bekọ akoto na bia eto kam ba bia okoba bia organ ha won so ebetima ka bi midimafo Herbal Center doctor at the time to so ama bia eto kam ya de ban na tetewo stroke energy ya de usisi prostrate and infertility and tetewo me patch bia woso de sexual weakness akọ midima for Herbal Center no doctor enfa time ento yadia no so bia entimi kwa kama enfama na sano so ema mi se na se yadia pa bia etetu bia no uduru won ma obeye o se obeka to se time da so o the time na to so ama bia eto kama se uduru won na o yade na nkwa na se yadia na enko yadia we no udi ko wuo ma no eti komidima fo amoso entimi sa yadia abu akwa agogo school junction ho ana midima for Herbal Center amoso etimu a wo mo ebo tuma 0244 74282 0500727215 nane Dr. Ensom Etmakasa Alaska Star Enterprises said boys girls a dem ayefe a ban wallpapers kama opa me patoko Alaska wa unsabe kabe a ban blind curtains 3D wallpapers 5D natural design sinano woko na kacha unsans etu akabe teteno na ya di lotto papers Capo so uya sadi eni bida ya di lotto papers and graphics ubon se dia film farm down ubon se ya koko pesta dia film farm down ya di TV ya se mu se come
decoration na
come yes
se graphic no time your graphic sports
yes
na NBA Liverpool ni na Liverpool player be legend be ni mo anu ate da kotetare
na o de atare
so your pass ni anu atete
na de atare ubeze
tetare bia
David Alaska nti se tetare bia so eni obi okwa wo dia no se o design bia so o pe owiase bia no okwa Alaska Star Enterprise enso be tu da mako no kokojo dia yo Kumase your behind aye boss FM e Kumase 0554114878 and cry your circle TikTok lane honma your shippers dynamo and your bojuma 0244105135 next also in Alaska and some etmedi commander bibians etmi akokama solak aye natural clinic SMN come franchise say enipan and some etmi dia ba woman the prostate capsules na edia ba na prostate capsules na eboa nessa prostate enlargement and opposite prostate ya de na tete be man kwa de ebetu asede kudeku and enso etmi dia ma me so da ayaka nessa no se prostate ya de no se eba so enti ma wo tienie eba sa umpema gudie kra style bi etiko no kope prostate capsules bi enom na bibians entime enko kama enos enti fama fei uya bema na ojonso otia obeti wish ajes anti mami eni ade a bema ba okwa gyina twene bema ojonso a obegina di komosaka wonim se bia ono obi na ekasa ni adado obo wodi bi tita message watima ajonso ne ma kope prostate na bibia so enti anya kama enos enti fama afesulak mester no enso eti wode ma ene mema wakwa kwadi mpama gudie bi ana de tenese ebia infections bi enso eti ma ba mese woda kono kope sulak mester ni binom na bia enti kwa kama eman odebua anampos intide anase inkides ana eteto obabi won ma rushes agugugu na se wan fie ho anu intide bia da onama obesi waji kakra oyi nani anu oji ohuwe ya aswa ni di komo obesi wade nsa faso kakra anu oji kope nese sulak mester ni binom bibia bakọ kama enosom etimi dia ma Sigma capsules no dia obete panai obete de emema moaduo ni dia munumbe se bia oya bema no ayemre enso etimi ompema wunya sadua bibia enso ebete okama enam enso etimi da numbi na bia enso etimi ko enso eti foma ba bia ton duo e Ghana ba bia okwa we dey also open Dr. Solomon no nupa ni okwa bia enso ebete kama ediam kidney pa ene teto doctor ebesi ano kama enosom etimi ediam we dey for Dr. Solomon e wa ma tufo so 0245616028 na no mo enso etima kasa na losin beverage say make am franchise say there oyo bi na utie na se bia wo dia no aya deswa think asem atiko oba one dawa oda o te se du fotie woda o te se ade bi anye mesre wada watenka na atiko be ma nu hia ebi eje nurse broni e oh yeah oh baby yeah e ji ade no akoso man sa da o di wish eje ayam ya oboa na think asem atiko
fuku anu
woda o se du fotie no
ba keka ho
aya ye bibi ye bibi
oda o ntina wo nya hwe no
ntina nya hwe no
o chi obi sha kwenu na wa anya ho adwuma ya
wa nya adwuma ubetima boni se
we are be sorry akosa GBB number 140 the nam Range Rover num na Lexus ni ade nam kwa ho de bia
aya no ahwe won fefo no hwe wo
ade ya okute bia do okute machine no mo
ni nkomo na de nkomo no obi ba onko obi ba onko ti kone ko pedro nom na bia etimnya kama mema no so a de chene se ebia mosomo de no matenka semati ko di bia da asema mo kan se ana sofo enso mama kwankyere ebo anajo so ye adwuma no sofo mama kwankyere ko pedile man capsules anom Dr. Lawson ana dia ba unya bi no ma abebo mo atima dia groyi e wo mpam ama bia so eto kama edema me patron pomo gude no pese ye smooth edema dileman capsules ana ebeti obo Lawson dileman butters ana so aya mema dra just ebo amanto chan enso to kama enso timi dia ma wo yo bi na se utie mi sesia no adesa premature ejaculation and ateto bema with the boy nyana about besen komisewada kono ko pedro bi enso timi no sabato na so so monitor sabato eyobi a wono Lawson dilemma capsules Capo empani fie da wono onumbe ama bias eto kama feos ko pegunya bi numa bibia be ko edama kai na so no ama se ba bi eto do bia Dr. Lawson nupa no wo matena to sa ko a wo sa so makabe we dey na so no doctor enso beto kasa 0248619999 0242133577 na so no Dr. Lawson enso etimi akasa na bia I am fine the Supremo
yes me da say about time no we skills ha ano paper enye asem getu akra because no our experience nuama bre kan wasem tie ba ne sha eboa madwumadi no nso ye kan
azembe na
Sarah drop me question of the day Amuzu P Adaroma enti yanhwa yen question of the day Amuzu P question of the day no ne say yen nkomo na yenhwe sere nuama enso ebesi akọ Amuzu P eye edra eno eboye pa se ne enamu ensem se oda na ne oye bema no oba akodawie na nuama bi epie fi oba na so wie wan frɛ ne biem problem ma yade no dro na Amuzu P enso emwa no eno ana me kanfu P no ediama se nam yade rashes bi egugu onkomo no so embia wakoyi am obi so on fa bi fa homa na nya oda we no se rashes gu size T aya na enye kama enti so bezo filia ma ho nye kama na fe enjoy na nuama enye kama emfa ema obi onso na ade na etwe se etwe eketoa infections na
atwewura sapenti
dokoro a aya na etwi kwatem eno na ebeba no ohia dro na ama na onza odi aja to achichidi achi no achichidi odi jato na ji ana oyi eden epie njisa na tie Dr. Amuzu edi ja to achi ama nuama ye kama Amuzu P no ana ye kamfa ma baby ato adro bia benya bi atonchi anu ahye no so ama me Amuzu Dr. 024777 6743 0247776743 na ne doctor edin komo tafrisha so ewo Amuzu Junction nya do ane doctor edin komo na your question of the day enye yes sign one to play in your midfield 2 players o mudazui your Fordy Valverde and your Pedri and so ewo honti yes sign one to play in your midfield in Finfini or Yubako Eman imagine obeto wan mame mra so one abeto no for India we coach na
Pedri
Yubako Pedri
Gonzalez
Samu
onimbo ne bo
Pedri mum na afa
nkrani beka se twabole twabole onimbo ne bo yen 10-3-16 choppers
Valverde no wahwe no more there
o masho Valverde Madrid enyeso onye good player or a good player but a ban midfield
we dey case toa no no una kuta usika
mina mkuta misika
obi anu any argument bi a muntie ni ye we en case wa ni mbobo yes kuta skase to baako
tobacco.
I'm also a man for compare we are the chain we near. Yes, we are going tobacco. Yentie Ghana for your word home bana also a kakakama. Evangelist Daniel and no second say V power and we movie V power no wine. Federico Valverde. V power okay. I want some no. John Joy way Joe P born to win was a Pedri is the Medford maestro and also Diabastion Manuel. So how can you compare Pedri to Fede Valverde? This is an insult. And no Diaba for DM Shaker was to remove Pedri and place Frankie Dion. Was Valverde achievement is higher than Pedri. How many games and minute has Pedri played? And will be sending a question. And also Ebisa Christopher where a sector timer was sign a complete 100% player, which is Fede Valverde. And yet one also about Marcus right for those those say they will sign Fede Valverde. They don't know what cloud or say what is cloud football. Okay, and I don't know. And so Diaba Kwajo Laporte Fede Valverde is a massive amount of midfielder. And I don't know. So atro Nana Ajua Andona or say Fede Valverde all time midfielder. Or no, ano Kutanisika or Kotono Bra Kwesi hangout or say remove Pedri and bring another player because Valverde is higher than Pedri. And also atro Kwabna entry as a Fede Valverde in Wako at the Aman Muntama de Dista was say Fede can also play different position apart from midfield and no and so a day Abba it won't some no a day Herbal and a day will bet wise was it choose one to play in your midfield or Tom stop the argument and no I am comfort wumu I was send one also a dinner drink here a day Maumu white on some no a day much and a day one yasame to a two flash a dubuache was a versatile ambidextrous and injury free player is always complete with all these qualities. Fede Valverde is the best and whatever Henry where Henry Budu Kofi was even Chama Wontumi who doesn't even involve in sports too much or sign Pedri at the age of 45 for Kotoko. No I don't know and so they was a Chama Grano say Pedri 45 years you guys on tour never Valverde obeto Edia Bakotoko kaka go more Facebook so no
Kwame Abrokwa ese obeko diama Pedri but we say Frederick Ajapo say Pedri all the way Nana Kofi ese say senior Mailela and one obeko diama Pedri ya mame ese Pedri all the way Danny ese say Pedri all the way Steven Mensah and Steven Mensah say okay free sunyane afei ma we say Kwame testimony say Pedri all the way Kojo Monday born say I'll sign Pedri afei Abrantia ni di ade Jemfi Bernard say Federico Valverde Ebenezer say Pedri all the way Samson I'll be deputy and just say I don't know why people would choose Pedri over Federico Valverde okay unless you don't know football and also etimi Ediaba Christian Ewase Pedri all the way Ofe Eric Nyansani say there is no contest crowd Pedri stand tall and also etimi Ediaba Boate Musa Samuel say Pedri Gonzalez and also etimi Diaba Nana Kwesi Givers Esam Orlando from Jamasi Ako Edema Federico Valverde and also Ako Diaman Amankwa Vincent say I'm Vincent from Kumasi Tafo Pedri and also Kwabena James I'm CID I will sign Pedri and also etimi Ediaba Lawrence Donko say on the record Diama Federico Valverde gunshot as I'll go for okay gunshot tell me money afei Fuseni Benjamin say Pedri all the way and Fuseni Ediaba Apia Emmanuel and so say Fede Valverde and Odiaba Same Same say Federico Valverde all the way and also the Supremo I say Ghana for Chomade
Pedri eba no Madrid ne Barca say their competition here tight pa ko Madrid for ne ba ombetom player Barca so ba ombetom player antimontoy na yenkoye yan drop a code so no na Kwamona Nimra, you were 4 coats. I did about 10 Os, 5 Os, 15 Os, and a 15 Os into free 10 Emre. And I say, yeah, I mean, 10 no, I'm free 10 ra into me, Aneja,
my boy,
and I feel queen 10 Os,
10 Os,
and here drop him 1BF, 29A,
8C.
1BF
29A
8C
8C.
And here 10 os.
10 os.
5 os. And I drop you know. 1BF.
1BF.
2AF.
2AF.
76.
76.
1BF.
1BF.
2AF.
2AF.
76.
76.
5 os.
5 os. No.
15 os. Ne dear tree.
Sure.
1BF.
1BF.
27D.
27D.
88.
88.
1BF.
1BF.
27D.
27D.
88.
88.
15 os. No. Another 15.
Sure.
1BF.
1BF.
280.
280.
2E.
2E.
1BF.
1BF.
280.
280.
2E.
2E.
15 os.
Yes.
T ya drop it different os.
Obi abedidi.
Obi abedidi.
Obi abedidi.
Obi abedidi.
Obi abedidi.
Bibi abe fine. Ti se se de
ekwamu bie.
Ada ho.
Na udu Tachimaya. Globe TV. A branch of Osman say enjoy show no.
Osman.
Yes.
Only team ni nyina.
Only team ni nyina.
Potrea no so tujano anyefo ya agro kra. Ti Globe foi yencha mu.
O job nso na Ghana Premier League na mu yima ye
yes Globe. Ya halamo na no pinji akwa mo no ne aba na ya to aso ade amanto ba sa akwa aba na hesa aba ade ama fancy D Maria ya etechwe ana ekwa mo no ne aba speedy recovery and confirm bibia so be fine ti ekọ na ede amano ne nsem no ato aso ade amanti sharak enkwe na yemfa mo no ne nsem no ento aso
Angwa juma no you Yami wohoda Se uji didia Obeya juma Asa chrenia no you Yami wohoda Se uji didia Obeya juma Ye bompaye Shamachi shra Yehuwa Ilahenu Yehuwa Ekat We ahata et Yehuwa Elohika bika Uvika na veshika uvika miyodika tode yasak in English in the name of Jesus amen
Capo say Capo chairman I feel chairman yes now me be bibian so go tama taboku kasa mo say messages and ben no bia say hey o chairman ya de pa say watch me assemble yes kwara bi ko me ho hene papa me
na guess it is how
chairman
guess no me say guess no me say how many boys in this year me say guess it say Wontumi sponsor no I number 1
the Banemo Globe Educational Center OC Toyota Ghana ewon Kragempa bypass no so Westland ho mabiem enano pay ya halamo nano pay ewo enkram wonten so na fie mfa mo no nsem no ento aso mfa sora kanano pay ana fe Bayamunchin coach and service and company enano pay ana fe the press conference no eba so sheshep ahead of the game nyame aduma Sunday eno eba so against Mensa wo mo erese kwan bia so no wo mo ebetimi atake a point na fe wo mo ensom to title German Bundesliga no eno ama kwakama edem ama Bayamunchin eboboko na unim se enra and them to the training section eno across on the boy and I send any player I find Sir Thomas Muller and some etimi erese kwan bia so eno ama be kama because 3 days ni and Thomas Muller entimi training from Bayamunchin eboboko na do dia to do nyina no and say omo hwese eno ama be kama eze ama Thomas Muller na Thomas Muller no we obi a experience no ho oba ne anasem bia opra na oyade na se oba run into the starting 11 anasem bia free bench eba crabable game no and shara enye difficult because mentality no very tough and for experience and so edema Thomas Muller watem ne kakra tuta ayadem the sansem nyina no at ema na no pay Rafael Guerrero and some struggle and no ɛyɛ nsɛm a coach ne de atotwa na mom ada ɛne boys o maka ne boys no obi a ensom ɛyɛ okay ɛno yɛ nsɛm a Vincent company ɛwɔ interview ɛna no pay wɔyɛ anafe yɛ bobia na so yɛ kabie ɛfam ama na no pay ɛwɔ so no so na yɛdi nkɔmɔ a yɛde company nsɛm no ɛfam ɛba ne yɛbusa sɛ nyame adoma Sunday no ɔma prepare a potential title celebration as NBA wɔn take 3 points na wɔn automatically league no ɛnso ɛyɛ Bayern Munich no wɔn dia wɔn prepare bibi sɛ wɔn bɛ bibi kakra wɔn bɛ celebrating anaasɛ bi a potential celebration a wɔde ma Bayern Munich ɛfɔ no ɔde tu da so deɛ ɔka ɛne deɛ ɔhwɛ anim ɛne sɛ deɛ bɛsi within 90 minutes ɛwɔ game no mu ana Bayern Munich ɛhwɛ anim ɛnyɛ deɛ ɛwɔ nkyɛnkyɛn wɔn win game no wia na afɛ deɛ ɔbia no wɔn ɛnso ɛde abɛtu dwa ɛno ɛyɛ tiefo no ma deba wɔse first leg ɛno kɔ so against Mainz 05 ɛwɔ Bundesliga ɛno nso ɔmo bɔ no ɛyɛ very tough game ɔmo lusu yɛ na saa game ɛba so no ɛyɛ focus ɔmo focus sɛdeɛ bɛyɛ a ɛnuama nso ɛbɛyɛ kama ɛte ama team a yɛfɛn sɛ Bayern Munich ɛno ɛyɛ nsɛm kakra ɔde atotwa de nsɛm no nyinaa no ɛbɔ ɔmo vai akɔ game wei mu sɛdeɛ bɛyɛ a ɔmo ɛlusu game a ɛno ɛba so on Sunday ɛno ɛyɛ deɛba na wodu Bayern Munich na ɛm sɛ ewiase baabia no anaasɛ clubs a wɔn ɛwɔ ɛne ewiase na Europe ne deɛ ɔpɛ ɔmo a wɔn nso sporting director anaasɛ director of football ɔmo yɛ press conference a ɔno nso ɛtumi kyerɛ n'adwene a ɛyɛ Max Herbal ɔno ɛyɛ director of football ɛfɛma Bayern Munich ɛpɔbɔkɔ ɔno nso kasae ɛnam abira na ɔmo pressa no ɛkɔ so na ɔde ato da sɛ ɛyɛ Bayern Munich wɔn yɛ sɛ ɔmo 34th ɛne title wɔn nsam nso bɛtumi aka na the 34th title ɔmo vice ne wɔn nsa bɛtumi aka no wɔn as a director of football ɛdema Bayern Munich nso ɛyɛ sɛ ɔbɛgye ne first La Liga title anaasɛ Bundesliga title ɛfɛm ama Bayern Munich bɔbɔkɔ no ɛno ɛyɛ Max Herbal a wɔyɛ director of football ɛfɛm ama Bayern Munich ɛfɛ ɛtutwa yɛte ɛne kakra nso ɛtɛma show no so na unim sɛ company ɛnsɛm a wɔtɛm ɛtutwa nyina no wɔn mu busa ne sɛ La Liga title anaasɛ Bundesliga title a yɛyɛ ka ho asɛm yi as a manager NBA wei ɛyɛ first title a wɔbɛgye ana wɔte ato da so dabi wɔno as a coach ɛtɛma Bayern Munich ɛpɔbɔkɔ ɔno asɛm bi a ɛmanfo nim sɛ wei ɛyɛ the first title a wɔno ɛbɛgye as a manager ɛno asɛm nkae ɔno wɔyɛ adwuma no deɛ wɔyɛ bi paa ɛna bi a ɛmanfo nso ɛrefi ɔno de Burnley ɛnya promotion ɛdema Premier League anam refi ɛno ɛyɛ title edi kan a wɔno ɛnsam ɛnso timi kan yɛ ɛno ɛma no title parade ama no yɛyɛ enti sɛ wɔka this week no wɔwɛ sɛ ɔbɛgye ne second title ɛno ɛyɛ nsɛm a Vincent company ɛfɛ atutwa yɛde kakra ɛnso ɛma no adɔpɛ ɛwɔ so no so ɛno yɛ later sɛ fo no mateba na wonim sɛ mame director of football no Max Herbal on Leroy Sani and after Diot Opamecano and was a boys no omo contract no one musa say akwesi saying yabete announcement very soon SMB boys in ebe Raymond Tamso I renew contract at the Bayern Munich ebobo kono re atu da so jono ebetimi akam ane de woman say emre yama emre ekakra bi enso emfama Bayern Munich bobo kono yemo mumra womo so ebo adwuma sere be ya enwema be kama announcement is a boys ni nya wia womo at announcement baba say ne womo enso ebo adwuma ama Bayern Munich na no director of football and sama what ya to jam and after later sini nyina no at emo na do pe e show no so yewrem our Ronald Koeman the legend ama Barcelona eboboko no wire interviewer and opanote sa fancy at kakra adebai na on Ancelotti dia no anode to da say Carlo Ancelotti problems are I want Madrid and ata so bia kan wan say obia ebremi Real Madrid boboko no so NBA Ancelotti and a problem that done emo adwuma because they say o selection oh yeah omuso adan anu man kwane mo ebiso o timi for some the David Alaba ebe bochire abra obenya player a obetima ya adwuma ne correct ma by atima ya verse Madrid ni nyina no Ancelotti and yes problem no na Ancelotti problem na Ronald Koeman so mo kasa no blame untimi sefte and former coach ya funny say Ancelotti or no and the problem of Real Madrid a man for some no who way Barca legend and a defante and a Real Madrid coach ya dem the San Seven no at Aba Mame Jude Bellingham near komo na unim say Jude nensano answer the shoulder I guess games however no was a protective and a idea on some other protecting the shoulder na also sa protective shield ventia your friend some and a jute ebo ni shoulder na ya resembia surgery ebe koso and amabo before sembia mounted club world cup ebe koso no more report and the year tennis boy no mbia onye surgery before say club world cup no be koso and sembia after and clear as of now no yen shot ente Domoka, woman Vada Baswina, and some Anya Wusembia Bueno, Abayani surgery before Club World Cup and Assembly after Club World Cup. No, I know ISS reporter, a free Abranche June, Deba, and they say, Oba continue with that protective shoulder. What them answer said shoulder, our ebony game at my Rimateno, and so bet me a Kosua, Yatem Unsempi Adeba, Atletico Madrid, Julian Alvarez, Fanamami, Nafianin Komakawe, where top player, Diego Simeone ati akodaiso anu asore we free city by a ball our ball fm amatim fan article anu asepa na unim se boy no adwuma obo nyina ayare se coach no enso ani so atasene obo da baso ayate ensem pedeba enra omu game against Fire Kano omu win 3-0 I know ay Atletico Madrid abra na Abranche Julian Alvarez 77 minutes and a boy we abo go ate ama Atletico abra game ne koso na after second game ne ban we no ana Diego Simeone awe coach team Atletico Madrid as it as a boy we here we mo atesem obeba Atletico Madrid ni je we mo se coaching stars players obia enso any je say boy we enso panesa ni je nko a no mo so any age a we mo expect more every boy no boy no so no adwuma no koso eno ayensama coach ye fane Diego Simeone dia tuda ayate ensem ni pedema Mami Antoine Griezmann boy we enso say adena Antoine Griezmann pa drum na bia twam na yerimsa kwawe mbia manfo bo Ballon d'Or away why ana mbia Ballon d'Or after Messi Ronaldo na yerese obi betimi agya ne din ensom na ba mu na mo medu ba bi na afi adeno guso atekwa ene sam atekwa ne sa na unim se ne form no ana coach no ade atuda se boy we wagene dipa na ogidiem esa encha kwa ne form no ebeba ontimi confirm se mbia after Club World Cup ana se mbia after sene before Club World Cup and I said next season no or Julius Antoine Griezmann and no and so Mabaya Kama amana no ayen sama coach no at the Atuda Clement Legler a player at my Barca wabon at my Atletico Madrid and no Kama Temano now wouldn't say was saying in future and so say I guess all to us so ATM and I say yeah over Sako Barca and the Atuda so or 2 years contract I want a contract more I just all shining obetimi asafe tema basa na do kanyina ne se emanfo kasa ene udu internet mbia damasa nom ko wakrata na omotro mbia mundo deportivo no ma reporte esembia boyim anso be stay and asembia back to basa and what you as in future de mre moma ne time na munya mre ademana enuama be din enya de sem the pressure I want to some as a player no more time and wo here say ne ono some obetimi dia deliver and I am sama Abrantia ya fane Clement Legler at the Atuda dem and some pedema mame West Sasni na yani nkoma goalkeeper number ono wano anametene some be on say tawisi na bona no me kai tete no nsa na nanom oza wa o se kwati bontobra o tiaze bonto no nsa o mo ya na o mo twa bua no on se city no no mo the more the one is cigarette eno anu mo twetwe bonto ne ta no ya tete no na nanom de ne ade na unim say Dortmund ada o hwa no na o se Dortmund de wa shibi pa ne nkra brem youthful age o say Bible no kra ka say kai obofo mrant brem ansa na dabone na du ono ne mrant brem no o de twe dot ana feta enem Bontori am se bi ni abrochenti bontori wanya bi na mom dot ne de wa bobia ama nuama so ya kama ati amano na do ka de se anya negative impact awo na brabo so woni ma anko anya se de ne oje ebo ma yesa open edu baabi na oje enso nwom no ekasa ere che ni pa bebre awo brabom enum ana wo success ni eka wo se habita ode no ko remu eno aye dot anu wo se ta bonto eni ade bua no ma no onumu eni ade nyina no wose amoa no nti wo tie me na wo ye footballer na wo ye youth onya footballer kra na wo tie me ya futuo enso ntima asema mfa wuram tesa wo ji wo afiri mu a eye problem anam tasa woto ema ho enom eye west season sama wote atuda yatem ne salatest no after ema enano pay na wote atuda sa boss before game wo mu ebebo no mame Paul Victor wose akoda no timi ba no aka jo senior man boy aye ko boy menya mistake bia commit penalty ewa group ama no so minimo o betaya because dot no crowd timi twema ne foul timi ni ade a wose akra na efa Paul Victor no ekeka sansam ne chana o say ebro wa jokes I agro enom nneoma bi o mo keka before games enom sama wode atodo so no oye Ghana ye cause oye Ghana dia na oye Arsenal ni pa because no Arsenal no on say Arsenal dia no a ano no so edi twane fruma na to di tu twam ane say was a Champions League no Arsenal ewom Barca ewom na de oka ane say Arsenal dey support him or share Mikel Arteta press conferences or monitor Arsenal games na do oka ane say Arsenal to win the Champions League dia eno de enya possible say ne eno ensom ebetimi abem eno yansem kakra wode ya tudwa yatem the salaters ni nyina no etem emanado pe so no so na Shadrack mame Brazil yeni komo World Cup no na yenhwe 2026 World Cup eno Airbus no Brazil away cater womo deba no a different cry we a new type and womo deba na OSA kit we on say Brazil as usual womo ejection no blue ewom green and have a white designs eno ensom enemo na reporter ban say we omo deba na me aduma 2026 World Cup eno away jersey afem ama Brazil no enya de say yebe blue color no green color ye white color a jersey black and omo atem ba so omo ye bibi fufuro kra and omo ate epa eno aye Brazil and your delators no and so ade free water ma and I no pay e so no so nya asemeto a drop me AC Milan player I finish Tijani Rangers after say womu Coppa Italia derby aba so match say AC Milan and Inter Milan omo bo adwuma pa na onim say boy no eto atena na go no say no say okọ calf no so enom the South calf na okọ rudim do okọ ye Adiaba ko aboya ya fani say le Tijani Rangers ekoyeye and say okoy and okoke say Milan badge Milan for omo badge no okofi ano say de ne wanya bibia o fi a utwimu nsu a utimi say enam uminimu a utimi say yes enuoma bi mu ode ha enti Milan badge no fi ano na enuoma bi mu ode ne de amza badge ne de nsu obi antimi mfiri mu ma amza feeling abe na say anti o hwam Wontumi TV and anope a enie offer ano engine feelings or enya so no musa sa na offer ano sa said the offer ya fe ano ma no sensen ye sa bebe ana offer badge ano so Milan red and black na Milan ye red and black na no atra say omo ye capable of everything be bia o metimi aye in terms of derby awo bo enti sa o tinte na won ne bo na sa unya goals say na say go no the feeling and the qualification and then some bia was go what's a go I qualify even like a grand finale I the full cry and to I dear on some what they say Milan and Monyam and on kakra fuel at the Everton and the San Seminano at the Emma say derby you know and I say Coppa Italia you better say the final grand finale you know and no and so ever Bologna womu a team on Milan and a de in a Bologna coach you know and I say Romy Frola a player to my Bologna they were to Vincenzo Italiano say Juma Oba Bologna Obo and Juma Ketwakra was the manager the last season na Bologna for Omujomo Nemo say Bologna Bobo Konubra pressure and as a pressure behind Juma Mobo Obia Bomb and a bona Obo Edma manager no said a beer manager no Bewini and as a manager no the boys in Omote at a pa and now there's a manager Etia boys manager and the boys Etia and the boys and also one more bomb at my coach no I know I report I flew on my deba and Vincenzo Italiano and I just say what about so I may actually say Bologna ever reach almost first Coppa Italia final in 51 years yes Nasa and Fiamma Kumako 51 years in year and Rome our Coppa Italia final filling on at a sign Vincenzo Italiano Any Bologna no woman say Namia Dum on the 14th of May Chasenemo Eco Final say Melan woman a dream comes true a idea Omaso Diate Emre Brenier 51 years and Omoche as a bet me come and name no woman will say supporters and Omoje Capo Jama supporters no ewu Capo supporters and Omoje Atamoma yet I won't send Pedema na Mame Pope Francis Wajemo ene Rome ama fancy abeka wo sembebre ade ama Italian football womu emini silence womu ye efe ama po before games na ma UEFA womu tem aba na de UEFA for dia banye womu say yen kama obiante ese nyame adoma Duomo deba say a sonko krano and say a silent of memory become a day ama the holiness Pope and no Pope Francis awajemo and some our Roma chasawun sempi adeba na duomo can say nyame adoma this week no a youth league baso was UEFA no ombe observe a minute silent ho and a women's Champions League semi-final and also a minute silent abakoso of them ama Pope Francis ya duon sempi de and after 29 so Remwa and after 29 April and some Remwa a Memani Champions League and also Equa no yere senya mi adoma memu ye Remwa diebe kosu biano womo eba observe a minute silent and no a reporter I feel FM bede salatas nyina no e ma na no pe e so no so and no a details eba na shara ko ba ma Manchester United my team no yebe di nkomo na fe yare sere nyame se ko Manchester United Yase Omadu Espanyol say goalkeeper fan say one Garcia one goalkeeper say Onana and Yaman Koye womu assistant goalkeeper deputy to Onana ono crowd or buy crowd him Onana cry him the man you follow that deputy no deba or bedamu so Onana kwaje I the asan our chasene Europa League game dropping almost so then the masa kwani buy no and almost Omudu Onana demo and can faso crowd by now reporter Urban say one Garcia a goalkeeper as says Pano woman so mokofano Altina Benu Manchester update no and yet doing some deba no Mr. Rasmus Hoyland and so back to Atalanta na the woman say Ademola Lukman akodano ball hey Ademola omunya Ademola wa nimu na Ademola tiasu bakum yenu say dia otaya no na odanu na pace na timiza atena akasa it's a goal and no na Ademola aye na omunim sa Ademola no oye far better it's a Rasmus Hoyland into omunya Ademola be biabe di fm amomo and no aye nsama eba na coach Amorim na utie ene Ruben Amoruma say Diabani say Messiah Ukojino was saying why informing Manchester recruitment team as there is no way some Manchester United a new centre back recruitment no more new centre back any idea a priority FM Manchester United and no a report ever na Matthias Cunha an FM player and also ever Manchester United yes say Nenyoma Beko Kamania so ba mbia either say Kobe Mainu Anasembi Alejandro Ganacho Mobako ese omu pavy way efe ama Matthias Cunha ama ne bana febo bochuma efe ama team na new reporter eno eba na Brent Liam Delap ne die fancy aka nsembe brey ade atwasa akudai Manchester die che ade cha monitor ne yase akra we yase oye bad pa hey say akra no yase ne nkomo a wodi nyina ne sem ono say de Manchester United ni abra wo mu enya Liam Delap omu peno yase boy no enso nya Chelsea ana ope akoda nya Chelsea ana obebo enom news e phone ma debent yase man you for no e say boy no at the green light at the Chelsea enti omu kra omu twan ono age ne wotum so obebo man you na wo mu enso ababa na afro mu no ababa kana afenu ma ye kama eno aye report e phone ma deba ya dem the salary tasini nyina no at Emma na no pay also no so na unim say Liverpool coach no the press conference na koso na no pay na ujiri say coach and some waka weekend ebeye ho adama Liverpool nti o never coach ana tutu no pay na do to the say responsibility ewo ene Liverpool som enano pay because the Herbal and it's a weekend womu ese omu winning afi omu clinch womu a league title na nyoma kama FM ama Liverpool boboko no enti die ana slot edi tuda and it's the last time at Liverpool winning the Premier League title na COVID era woman timi anya hwe and celebrating say wu bia na do come and say womu is a weekend point ebeko FM ama Liverpool.
It means you just need a point now to clinch the Premier League title. So how do you feel about that opportunity to do that in front of your home fans as well?
Yeah, first of all, that's a big responsibility because we are aware of the fact that the last time this club won the league, it was COVID time. So everybody is looking forward to Sunday. But we know that there's still a job to be done, and that's at least 1 point. And that's what we know, and hopefully our fans know as well when they come to the stadium, that they support us in the best possible way they can, which they've done the whole season, and are aware of the fact that we still need a point, and that's something we are definitely aware of here inside this building.
I found an slot today. I told you at 7 p.m. I branch Fenisa Michael Opi in the podcast. El Corso one ya Ture. Ana Omo and some edin come bra. Womo bon come for football and a timer. Womo din come on and a quatisi abra. Na ya Ture our Barcelona. And what you do that's any time our Barca. No more depa and the Pep Guardiola. Do baby ama Pep Guardiola mu ye training no. Guardiola kasi team no you know. Na team na ye chemu 2 no a foreigners 11. And after Spain 11, na Spain 11 no, woman de Messi. Ekoka Spain 11 no, woman de Messi koka Spain for no, and foreigners no so okay. Ubenya Abidal, Ubenya Samueleto, Ubenya Milito no, and after say to Keita, I say do baby. Nasa Guardiola team say hey munyabotre. When a man kunipa our page because over intensity ni pace, and now the foreigners 11. Our new Ture Samueleto, Abidal, Milito, and he said to Keita, and the man Messi no man pressure.
We tried to play foreigner against Spanish. Michael can sense it.
How did that go?
It was Samuel Eto'o, Thierry Henry, Abidal, Milito, me, Seydou Keita, and we were like a strong dude, like physical, other side, because Messi. He come from the Cantera. He's nice a ball like that.
Spanish.
He goes there. Xavi, Iniesta, me and Seydou Keita. First of all, when we start, we don't touch the ball. After Samuel first said, hey, Seydou Keita, why do you want to play like them? Don't play like them. Aggressive. I said, okay. First ball. Because they cannot throw the ball in the air. They have to play the ground.
On the ground,
the coach was like, and he said, oh, time out. This guy's coming. He said, guys, it's a training. Please don't kill your teammate, man. And I was like, coach, no, we way serious than that. He said, well, yeah, stop. We are not. I said, I said, yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Because we don't touch the ball. We can't touch the ball.
They had the ball.
Nyanyare Ture and I will tell you Korea Ture some kakodi tuja and you're doing some P Azeba Shadrach Remo Ewo Copa del Rey final. Nyami adoma Barca and Madrid game no and subetimi abaso nyami adoma china ya renimo sebeko Barca na sebeko Madrid Ewo game no Barca na owra ene la Katuya ho ana game re Barca Savo na nyami adoma Shadrach de yatete and de and it's a referee na yɛhwɛ referees omo handle sa game na me adoma no ebetimi abaso na yɛhwɛ sɛ nyame adoma game no ebe cool game ede ama Madrid and as a Barca na referees no ana omo de atoso Ricardo de Buago say center referee wono e handle center ho efe ama game no e baso na obenya Pablo Gonzalez ono enso e VAR referee or say nyama enso ebetimi ayekama e game no so ebetimi abaso na nyame adoma program efe ama two teams ni nyina no and a press conference of the referee team and so so referees no one a press conference so and no 1:15 p.m. and I know some betimi akoso ama referees wo handle games and no so nyame adomotena ne game Barca and after Madrid the Super Clasico na Barca delegation no Euro studio Shadrack na 11:30 and as 10:30 and pay make say about 10:39 Barca team no and so air travel delegation no to mo any air travel dem and somebody pay them out na unim say Barca press conference 5:15 p.m. and a Barca press conference no womu echo do Savola and a 5:15 no womu a press conference ne baba so FM amatim Barcelona don some about 6 Barca training section and so my bosso La Catuya anasa training section no and so baso de amomo na about 7 p.m. Barca photo session abekoso and no coaches and afe captains no womu abeko nafe womu and so akota picture with the trophy and no dear friend no 7 p.m. at the Barca womu eboboko no na unim say Barca team no de wom and say me do wom sama diaba no na ye ka players womu and so ebe travel na answer ne de Barca players womu ebe travel ne so rakama men from Madrid and so press conference na mransa Madrid for the name also anyame adomebo 8 and no 8 p.m. at a Madrid training session and so ebetimi akoso and no kakre fi on mateba Madrid press conference 7:15 and a Madrid for no womu a press conference no just no so ebetimi akoso ya dem the sansam ni nyina no at ema ne day o show no so na o hwam said the Barca womu a contingent obo ko and so no city asara de to so na se coach answer flick no the boys enye way players dan womu ayibie Mark Andre ter Stegen and so womu obewu Kubasi and so womu Ronaldo Rajo and so womu Inigo Martinez and so Jemu Gavi and after Ferran obewu Pedri and so Fati Rafinha Iñaki Peña and after Brente Pablo Torre and so wotententia and asemeto Andres Christensen ejanana so Femin womu obenya Paulo Victor Lamine Yamal Dani Olmo and after Frankie de Jong and so Jules Koundé womu West Chesney and the other players who make Gerard Martin woman in a movie at the Amatim Barca dem and the Sansam no at the Emanete also no so now when say Barca reporter yensam and so kanina no and say womu a player finish Rafinha and I'm ten one kakram de banina no and say the contract renewal at Barca de womnie ni nyina say boy no and so nothing say and the contract ne de Barca for no womu no ma din komo agent ne back and forth womu ko na woma ba no ma ba din komo no womu ko na boy no contract negotiation say and the city agreement no and a problem and some abem and no aya contract duration na yaka contract duration a Barca team no one person only 2 years na for to so abom aduma de ma Barca na 2 years one person me 1+1 and no aya 1 year plus 1 additional year optional and no aya club need decision same year one be extended at the amount and also more extended and a boy no so pay the fixed 2 years what's I me 2 odu ba bi na kasa wo jame kwan me bo me wan ni wie and asa me bo wan wie na sa wo se wo hia me compensation besu na mo Barca be so mo the smart deal and so and the remo a be so me ya no 1+1 na ni nyina che salary and so aya dia boy no enye satisfied sika wo mo and so be so mo demano with the new contractor obese sign and also nya dia boy no aya satisfied no aya report am member no mo agreement ni nyina no wo mo dia asem sasa boy no nyame adom na sem bia ne do no aya complete and a new contract no owia aya penalty clause of 80 million euros and wo mo di sem penalty clause of 80 million euros and wo mo adem sem ama boy no sere beya ono ensom ebetima giram na waya adwuma ne kama ete ama Barca and no aya report from Madeba and opanom ana medema se Carlo Ancelotti aya manager efe ama tima ya fani se ne Barca and Madrid na one Barca game no research what they fola Mandi ebebetre ni nyina ne sem omu apese ne wo mu mark Lamine Yamal eye because boy no ujeja na what the pressure and so ebema enti no pressure omu njane sa kwa enti se omu twa koti edema no okay koti emna bi atwam ewo ene Ghana League nom Eric Bequin ene Dan Koma what you say was sitting mo be ko bia no odinachi a na was sitting in tente tawe onya no muda enti game nom emo so be asie pa eno a reporter everywhere atem bayate ene sansem ni nyina no atem emo na no pay and so no satellites nema na yedi nkoma ye kan sembe pre no yede Madrid amount yede Barca and so stories no eti amount na oko Premier League no ma de womni se obenya Joko amamia Joko ede kakraba na ene akomia mo betie ni ye anafem ya kan say Newton nom and ya kan say Michael nom mo betie ni ye pa na unim say ene Joko ne top 5 prediction our dem ngaba our Premier League no way Chelsea adina frimo na ne prediction is saying and city Joko say one own say Liverpool and Arsenal already yeka top 2 a o maje e de aboso esoro do mu no obi anche na we top 2 ni free one no say do betima kan say third no so no as a Man City adwuma mo bo no de third ne de o ma cement wo a o moje aboso na de aka no mienu sa mienu no sa third no de Man City 4th and 5th and also Newcastle team no ball more but anointing Chelsea ewo Nottingham Forest and Aston Villa omunina competition was compete vying for the 4th and the 5th now say ebani sembia or de akuma ana kasa and Quebec say Chelsea in the 4th and it no crepa no or the reality ana kasa dia Newcastle and Aston Villa no be sa 2 spot no down amana 5th at the Premier League in the top 5 no and ya say Chelsea and so e betima make cut way Joko and a day and some way a day atuja ye don some no a day yes abuja fortnasi akomia atnasi sanso ana eja senior man and so ewa ha senior man Saribodu and so atnasi akomia bibia boko de Kivo brand ambassador bibia boko de say free and region na o trendy e won tin time so Kivo na uko na uba ama mfo kasa kwei wadi bibi anani yesi debi
condense work why say bibi awo
maza if you make steady man maybe I didn't know no una my chiri
hey 3 pampalupa aha what I say and Friday yes
and a bujaye Ugba no wajim
there's a pampalupa
no enti bibia be fine why bibia be fine so on said you show no ono ordinary to show na so bibi kan
o de keke kwa le bribe fukura
za
banku bi le wa chiro le bribe
udi banku mana wa wie
o ma wie no kra top to down
sina mo akwa baboko de
ya ya do laze
na me adom bibia boko pa ye
o si so efe pa
medasi
o lense no
so de ne top pa
oh masa we dey say do maya
ya haya ni anso to no ya fan form wo no pressure why no pressure enti I won some dey be run some no na fe ya di enkomo na bibia kama Steve wo ko de
oh Supremo
Steve
bibia sheye
good
and then o cheyam so no dina center circle o che passes no there is I'm room agent no nioma be ko ya man
bibia be
also faye man
oh yes bibia daddy
faye
amorim wo akomia ye ni komo
no dey ni bia bo wa kiwo
sa me ramu janu nti because obeto me no say pie ye
o de bia be ko
on why so kin
so kwa bi na no mo show no
je o ye fada kiwo o kiwo le ko na chi this idea asembe ba
la mini yama
so be deploy na ba na wa mark ni yi pa
no wa mark ni
oh okay show me live on I no
hefa no
me hu se globe bibi
okay no wa ha okay hi kuma you no nkan o aha eye
oh za
aha in crime mami fa we no to so krantem so
Global Educational
Center and Globe Educational Center opposite Toyota Ghana Gempa bypass or Westland anu monitor just say dem wo a akomia dida office you so den deja
baby girls no so one
branch so na ja osi ni
Cassandra.
Cassandra
ye do mu nyina ase ye do mu nyina ase
ye nchia mo
ana ye awa se
one say chiro no Dorcas
Na the boy guy not
onim ni babia
unim wana
mo babia
Cassandra, Dorcas, and Samson.
Educational Center
for sending them there.
Cassandra bi o wa mu ehu na de Mike ka de we die be dun kan bi e be to afa
oh yes my enche o mu nyina ba bi a wo hwe e free bia na ami asonte na ye nyi mo mo ye kese ko pie mu star your Pride Junction one ma Mike the bia boys no gidi imagine how big a petrol is
wow
na ye biem de bia Mike money boys na woni nyina challenge solid muti issue no kama na me show also oka mendi ne Lamine Yamal. So I think the build up to this particular game has been immense, and let me commend both teams because one, it's a fixture away a hype and then a case you only bit me up bemu or more current form or move and then off the pitch the kind of issues that will be attached to it. But I think Yabanya Meya Duma or China we'll do a proper preview of this particular game between FC Barcelona and Real Madrid. But there are two stories why my attention these both clubs and also going into this particular fixture and a crucial business part of the season. The other kind Rafinha and the contract extension with FC Barcelona and then the stories around it. You see, I don't think Barcelona is going to brief the media at this crucial stage of the season about the contract situations of Rafinha if Abrantiano normally none entire Catalonia newspapers and the Catalonia radios and a Thai Barbonte no much say this particular briefing including Omunipa Bakwa Tembiano or no or any streaming now or any podcast now Gerard Romero or something like that.
Gerard Romero.
Or Hadrin or no, what I say. The Barcelona will know how and when they are going to brief the media about the contract extension. Way I am a Madrid so actually me say it is another foul play from opposition camps to make sure somebody be have Barcelona. It happened with Liverpool. Abana Liverpool I heard a contract extension of Virgil van Dijk, Mohamed Salah, and Alexander Trent-Arnold. The English media at some point in time picked up that particular story, and the most important aspect of it in here said Ancelotti was so much experienced and knowledgeable in this situation. He said, "On Bobusa and the press conference, no could put in chain, baby." And I'm sure Barcelona is fully focused on the season on getting their results. Barcelona will not be ready to lose such a quality like Rafinha. Barcelona who have a children na Wontumi ntwampo. E ka bobro go no mato so a.
Is all careful.
But is all careful. It when ye issue I strongly believe say Barcelona is briefing Omuni media no to get Rafinha to extend the contract as soon as possible. But I strongly believe this is a crucial part of the season, and some of these things will come just to switch the attention of the team. Normally destabilizing one of the best players of the team, which is Rafinha. Abra all focus. Last season and this season, you could clearly see that there has been an immense improvement in the quality of Rafinha. Statistically, so there's no need to even argue if he needs and also be here contract extension. No,
negotiable.
When there has been a massive improvement and he has been a difference maker for FC Barcelona this season when it comes to all three fronts are more fighting for trophies in terms of the Copa del Rey, in terms of the La Liga and the UEFA Champions League, and the numbers are there clearly to show it. But another one so I can want some Real Madrid. Any Dean Hudson Real Madrid so music asem no munko tria se ska na fama Bournemouth for momfa derby and afu omun spend this ka bebrebe. There are two things I betimi adi hu nkomo say. Real Madrid being arrogant in the transfer market and now say no. Real Madrid try to manage their finances. I strongly believe say anke last 2 seasons ana ka tell me say Real Madrid omo ya omo ho pepe na omo mpese omo be sign ade kese bi atweska kakrakaka bia de akoma team bia kofa player bia ba dia and the comedy to say they are being arrogant in the transfer market.
Okay,
but I think Meshosha nyoma mudi na me de betina ha say no Capo Real Madrid omo try to manage their finances.
Okay,
in the last 2 seasons Real Madrid enye big sale bia fan koma obia. It is a check from the last 5 seasons in terms of Real Madrid transfers, arrivals and departures. You understand why Real Madrid the last 2 seasons they had to buy a lot, bring in big players to make sure say scanner omunya from the transfers no omudi bedujuma. It in 2020-2021. What check the arrivals of Real Madrid fancy Akran Fakim mu free loan ne bae. Loan Capo. Omo the players be brena ne free loan bae. It omo shut down kofa players gidi see a Real market ni mu.
Go to player
bia edinaba debi. Iti Kubomo Akran Fakimi Brahim Diaz, that players no money na omukolo na no masa ko from de omaba eno a bo omukra no mobae no ana Real Madrid sa tonton mu nyina de omukoi. But the crucial moment where Real Madrid had to spend a lot ya bro mu ja Rafael Varane kwan e ma ne ko Manchester United ana mu sa ja Casemiro kwan ma ne ko Manchester United. So o check for 2 consecutive seasons Real Madrid make some big sales through selling Rafael Varane and Casemiro to Manchester United to generate a certain amount of money. But you fi say omude omokwan no modada asas kan nyina na no amu no modde kwa FIFA Jude Bellingham mu ne Traoré ni mo ne Camavinga mu nyina de omoba Real Madrid. It is for 2 seasons in Real Madrid and shedanya big sale bia say waton player 80 million euros, waton player 70 million euros, waton player 50 million euros debi.
Okay,
but omaji players be blade ayede e di ababegum. And this is where I understand their case. Say they are trying to manage their finances, and it's not that they are trying to be arrogant in the transfer market.
So that's how almost strategy. They be the bullies more class.
And I make us say 2 seasons ago, only 3 seasons ago. Come on, be general no because Real Madrid are arrogant in the transfer market because we go 2 seasons we no mun sign you bia. And no mun dey players be kwa mo ye den. E be koye. But o check in the last 2023-2024 Real Madrid transfers from year in that particular season, you would understand say they needed to do a lot of signings. Some don't remember team just to get whatever that they want. But this time around no, things are totally different from what Real Madrid wanted to do. And omu here signings e we chiro. Omu here signings e we chiro pa. In FIFA, they still have Camavinga, they still have Valverde, they still have top quality players. Jude Bellingham, up front, Omo Vinicius Junior, Omo Mbappe, Omo Rodrigo, Omo Brahim Diaz, Omo Endrick, Omo a lot of good players. But back line,
Omo Wontumi match or tight.
Real Madrid, Omo Wontumi replacing Marcelo. Oh yes. Real Madrid Wontumi replacing Marcelo. Now they are planning to replace Dani Carvajal with Alexander Trent-Arnold.
Yeah.
At the centre back role, Rudiger Aba, Militao Aba, Alaba Swaba Befembi. They've not been able to replace Sergio Ramos and Rafael Varane.
Sure.
In terms of that particular combo, you can bring in different players of different caliber into the setup. Said there, a certain project because fan could there be the mobile be share ni mo be share fifi no e kire ho na was expecting Real Madrid to do nipa komo pesca ko fan ye leni euro ana no so mo yo Madrid say aka ne 1 year on the contract no so omo ntwia say scan na lile dey e pe no into there be ye fa. But they will need to secure a lot of things, and they are lucky to have a access.
Back in a problem, na almost spending so I could talk about solve a problem.
There's one thing about success. Success is very good. Say also said to me, and out to me didn't kunimo. But at the back one shiny a bit me fra when you pan say who seem to be baby also pay attention to. I say crooked to another now. De bia we ya na ase kronu bemia ase umia kronu bemia ase umia na de bobo na kronu mu bie it is that when you beba won so no mo se na kronu ma bia ma once na sisi
na na e betwa
na na ne ya ba betwa no it Real Madrid omunye yɛfa ne sɛ bia bad to a certain extent sɛ wɔsɛ ɔmo de ɔmo how be call transfer market mu kɔ saa nneɛma no, but I think success no ɔmo nyaa within a period of time, you know, kind of a little bit blinded them about a certain sport where they needed to pay attention to, which I strongly believe that this time around they are going to pay attention to it. They will go into the market because Raul Asensio or Rudiger or minimum so more for money to Alaba so. Yeah. And on say Trent and not Weber for free. Or no share right back. But they will need to do something at the left back. Okay. To make sure, because Fela Mendy, you know, defensively or is solid. But when anymore said that Nyadie, Frank Garcia is not an exceptional left back. What check the standard of what's my running So you see, sir, they are now into something that they want to do a certain project, getting some players of young nature get them the results, right? And I'm a yapa semi player that winners. Any enyoma wabe face will Liverpool need you go through now. Ana eto de bia o wehwe ne omadin no aka say sometimes these players nana decisions, you know, is it a risk? And also mo sheda na ko na omanima kogu ase no masa ba na say e dey. But me jitu me say Liverpool nya grounds are bad for Uruguayan players, especially when they've had an attacker. What team neja honom de kwa the numbers are or yegu Liverpool no near sure say Afina Mohamed Salah na be day ababe be breaking sa records no in the shape of Luis Suarez Coates munyina ababe Bobby the day e de ko as Uruguayan players are o mama be shemu Liverpool bo mo modern the man. But under these particular circumstances you find yourself, this is not a Liverpool team auto so fourth and auto so fifth and now league na ye bono or ye mid-table club. This is a Liverpool team that is fighting for the league. Okay. So if they are fighting for the league, I can make it in Kumo, yeah, but strikers and I see able players or more determined season in the Liverpool. Yeah. And Kebabo won on Mana anything. Because Liverpool play promo remtiska not less than 70 million euros plus add-ons na the foul. Before you in the transfer market. Then you pay Liverpool at 75 million euros because of Virgil van Dijk. Yeah. And O'Brien, so he made a huge difference in this particular Liverpool setup. And you if it's a Liverpool boss is in B, Obiaya also Liverpool defense no yeah show yeah but chances need to go much. But just one signing in the shape of Virgil van Dijk stabilizing Liverpool team no kakra. But when the buy, I say, kabisa. I say, but Liverpool could also sell this guy and get enough money because maybe who's a couple, a brand new Wasam. He's just in a bad moment. No, he's in a bad moment. He's in a bad on sign. The one is a young man, I will feel environment. You see, goal scoring confidence. Okay. It will be a but we have confidence in front of goal. Okay. You play every one match. For example, Luka Jovic. Okonenam Real Madrid meboa. She goes and not show entran Frankfurt Capo. And Osba AC Milan no sha na so onhye. O she goes no meboa. Yeah. And you are feeling na almost wasa bebrebe no. Na nko mu ja no kwan ka kete. And the ball net say obopa. O she goes no. Yeah. O mongum say ta. Jean-Philippe Mateta. Oba England also striker with the Ntebe. And Jean-Philippe Mateta say how many goals? Goal scoring is an art, but I strongly believe say it to be a confident. This is a player who share 30 goals. Edema Benfica before joining Liverpool. Capo, the movement, positioning, solid, pressing, aggression, area duels, solid. Were any Liverpool crucial points this season? Let's not forget. There are certain games that Liverpool no money game. Or Ben almost at the face of the game not done. Due to certain qualities via differently aside from scoring goals, not the other or the count. Me who say he just needs a coach, and a team that will work on his confidence. On sign. When you coach or the confidence, the confidence word, and you could be having another lethal center forward for your team. And your maybe United in transfer market, ni mu person mo yen in term. We Manchester for no. Edison ne Cardoso mu ne Ifififo na ne mu ne nkomo na mu di ni nyina no hwade la am dilap na asem ne de bedi ka be ka wa no say age say wo course na pushi because onim ni from Manchester City Academy and the sikasem na surround Victor Osimhen ne the drama ne nyoma bi attach into no many of the teams will try to avoid. But when you look at United team Nankasa no, I'll be very surprised a team will be to acquire another transfer window without getting one midfielder, especially will be a ball carrier. And at the same time, also to be controlling the tempo of the game. Manchester United are not so much comfortable in possession. So the kind of targets they are picking in the transfer market to come and work for them, no, you might be happy. So Ebi Akunya about the goals, Ebia, but they've overlooked their midfield position for more than 5 seasons. Fred and Scott McTominay about how many seasons? The Biana United for complaining and I midfield Nino, Fred and McTominay. But what has been the upgrade? Casemiro bought 1 season at Teco. They say just all manage Casemiro. Walk of Ugati Diaba. Still you have problem in the middle of the park. Manchester United this year, any midfield, no more good or more or less certain level of calmness behind the middle of the park. They can't control the game in the middle of the park. No more I say, Bonnie Cromana from Pogba no so buy no so almost consistent. So a one position that is really sensitive. United are careful no more koye striker winger say no o man sign biem.
E be say the problem aba.
Opponent in that transition and then they say who.
Okay, Amori Mate. Why? Ti you be try on so ascend na the ascend
Sporting director
wa kasa into what si you transcend no so I be send no na why you adwuma ma why enti okay Michael mami call and son of a Steve away
Capo I say I want to speak to 2 things. I think that after this season Pogba will be available, De Bruyne also be available, and Amebwa.
Yeah.
2 of the finest playmakers the game has seen in the last 10-15 years almost available, and I think that they are still not done yet. De Bruyne for physical issues, injuries near the end. I still think he can do a good job or any other top side, maybe not Man City because of how demanding Pep born is here and how intense training sessions is here. So it's likely the physical conditions might not allow him to give his best as in a typical De Bruyne fashion. But another club where the atmosphere, the intensity as regards some sessions never from Kakrano, I think he can still thrive. And maybe this is something that we'll have to discuss later. But me focus never call now we are story about Chesney. No, say smoking again.
I say I'm one
on to
youthful age now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You see, there are times baby it defines the kind of personality you become or certain habits.
Okay.
Account. So for instance, obi a won was on go be ade ba ko na won ho any exactly. Wontumi mbuli obi a yatete no typical zongo boy or zongo girl. Exactly. Inti right from birth ye wo beto ho na no. Nioma ye consciously and then subconsciously or unconsciously no. To make sure say unyini a obefa sa asu no enso de aka ho. Inti ye wo Ghana. There were certain traits according to certain locations ebe kanipa ne ho. Enti onyini no it does not depart from him or her. Normal. Shares in the mode no, and what he's doing with the smoking bed, it is because of where he's from and then which time I there wo na ba asasi so.
Okay.
Maybe so your story na music okay to say shares in here one da ben. No the April 1990. So he's 35 years now and Amebua. Good. So Chesney was born in 1990. 1990 so and what it represents a year way Poland or more history as regards some of these things. And I dive deep just to find out some 1 or 2 things about Poland and its smoking.
Okay.
Shadrach and other countries are free the central and the eastern bloc. Good. So it means development. So they were a developing country at the set of the 20th century.
Okay.
So Poland they developing now maybe after 2010 day bano and omotimi apeja ababedru baby omedru no and be enra hosa. Now our document here that's year baby I highlight no. According to data of the World Health Organization and the Polish Central Statistical Office, Poland reached an average cigarette consumption of over 3,600 cigarettes per adult person per year. Nessa afibiano, uyi adult, obi awedi 18 de kwa. Nipa bakubiano, otminum cigarette no, average 3,600 pieces of sticks of cigarette.
3,600.
Nipa bako.
Ana you say year no so no ko 300
year ni na 3,600 no.
Ana days no so
365. So on the average on the day omo number 20. Nipa bako. Then as at 1972 now we can be asking na omo nom cigarette pa na Poland rank 11th. But omo jampe beto number 1 in which year? 1992. Yawo Shezini. Yawo in 1990. So as at the time yawo ne buy na no, it means the prevalence rate. There's a rate omo nom cigarettes no air double with Poland na ekosro.
And yawo no good.
Enti se me adult na me young adult ebi am be 20 years, 25 years, 30 years. What it means is that se me wo if you na me woman no, there will likely be other adults among smoking.
Yeah.
And kodana no, dear no mobe, they will pick some of these traits up. Shazin nane papa a footballer or a goalkeeper. And if you study the lifestyle of footballers or athletes, they barely have time for family affairs. So you don't see them. They are mostly busy. In Tiabana sana, parental guidance any control no limited ebi anawa konya maame no so ni control no aha no ye hyenkoda so oho no ye hyenkoda so
do pebia.
Exactly the point. So growing up in a community dominated by smokers, na me should they need parental control or guidance no. What do you think will happen when I step onto the street? I see youth omo maybe 15 years 16 years 17 years omo nom George Intimisona me banana 10 years no na mekwa started so he started smoking at a very young age, and it was during the time where smoking Argentina and Poland, they were the #1 country in the world when it had to do with cigarette smoking or tobacco use or nicotine. Now the situation got so dire that Emma almost started see 2 anamon. Na ye di akunwetia cigarette nom e wo kronim. Before this one, on mame the third one na me the Sunday no. And you will see the approach they took. And baby am highlight or say check it. This population based smoking cessation program. Now I say almost sure more population ne more nom cigarette ne kosho no. E was so multimedia programs and initiatives betu ja. Ye bet me seize and ye bet so in terms of the population na e grow cigarette. So they started social and media campaigns, professional and community-based support for smokers, and even the competition by competition urem motivate to so a smoker to quit smoking. So the competition was restricted for more monum jordan.
Okay.
And to remua na ya mau this task. Ebi a unsmoky for 2 days, unsmoky for 3 days, unsmoky for 1 week. Enti mo a mo bedi nkunim no. Na oman no, oma sponsor obeko 1 week trip. A trip no obeko Rome. Akwa Pope.
Wow.
At that time na Pope John Paul II.
Okay.
Enti
so who just smoking now?
Yeah. Na award no. I say we call 1 week trip. Rome. No baby because sightseeing near there, but problem among some of the benefits was to engage with the Pope.
Yeah.
At that time was Pope John Paul.
And the Pope
so between 92 and 2006 per nyomo modi tutu akwemu se omodi ma manfo no ejai smoking no almost 500,000 Polish smokers contest in it brought results to the extent that almost estimated 4 million smokers no mujai smoking between 92 to 2008.
Wow, they influence
exactly.
Positive
no. So no 10 million, 4 million as a result of programs and the contest no you know. 4 million jai a tiba be 6 million.
There's a system. We take spiritual aspect of this thing.
Yes, there were traditional methods to kill certain habits like drinking, smoking, mango,
and also to me.
Nipa na on the corn non sampion. So we have our own ways.
Okay.
And almost one more there.
Okay.
A horizon is here no air so be mango ma if you've been to the Eastern Bloc, Central and Eastern Europe, as I said in your fertile. Okay. So they don't mostly take to farming. I have a coal mine and near there. Almost there no. So they put in place several programs to stop it. Not a big burden. A war mine. But send the Ghana. What is a fad? Main fashion. The fad is, and the youth now ban dreadlocks. Obe a pini kakra. Good. Or a young girl tattoos are by your makono, and they feel let's apply a bit of toning to our skin complexion. Send a pay or pay fair. Na the color natoso. And the even pregnant women now are taking pills. Send a badness show muyemno. Akodani ebe na the skin color no so ayekoko. That is the extent ayako. So eventually, sa young adult no youth no mo yesa no omunyini a entity ebe now feels omo de be mo mba. It means that a forecast Ghana have for the next 10, 15, 20 years a lot of households will have kids with dreadlocks. Omo hairstyle no a boy ya pie they atum. Likely would say ye be bobo masono enso was so ye be ma. So a certain trend inform what the society becomes at a point in time. In Tiema memo, why they preach much more of communal labor, community support, societal support, you know, it was because omusa no omunyi no. They were not exposed to technology to say TV ni radio ni ade. Entini ehia ya ho didi ya ho nkomo animre ye na yehia and no crowd the concept of by the fireside by. So they grew up in that era. Yene era no na TV aba we aba entende obesha dem no ahwe. You were interested in whatever was happening. And then there a different era swaba, which is the TikTok generation near there. So clearly baby a wunyini and the air trendy at that point in time. It was a baby a no. It shapes who you become. A ma uni persono a trebi be the found. And that is the story of Sheshezini. So what share a EB1 for the trend networks where you can see that the programs the Polish government put in place, it decreased the rate of smoking. So now the smoking population, no, youth no who programs in ATS no, and do mo combio. Enti omo because smoking too you can get addicted to it. Nicotine addiction no, it was ropa a can Wontumi njai. And I know this from experience because maybe apparently he was a chain smoker. You get it? Even when it goes against your health, it's difficult. And your man no more 30 years, no. By following these programs, they were able to stop. It is a like the next way to you will see that the graph in terms of a more cigarette, no, a so at the bathroom. And check this. And the smoking rate age is near 15 plus. 2006, who's a graph no was saying 39.60%, but it drops. Now drop it 2016 now drop it as at 2022 Capo from 39 at about 24.
Wow.
And from ranked number 1 in the world, now Poland ranked 60th in the world. And it's a chance the young ones it is because of the kind of way I would baby on addiction into Wontumi. But he's preaching to the young ones that don't even get involved, and then you try to fight against addiction into where you are from. It influences what or who you become. Tina mostly the company you keep it tells the kind of personality you also developed. And Chesney was unfortunate to come in a certain period. Poland, no be soon as no. But I mean, also one in bar and there were Poland, no. Okay, fine. Cigarette make it no. Once or match on. Yeah. And I'm a boy. Yeah. As part of our campaign, on and say, oh, yeah, cigarette pack now. 30% of test I actual honor. It should be warning people say, "My mom no cigarette." Okay.
If in Ghana, the end so crying,
tobacco smoking is harmful to your health. What's on no matter what but when you can never pictures count. Exactly the point. So that is a story. Ghana, you get it. Inti obiane how or no so. Or they pick a certain habit. So before you judge, understand. And when you do understand, you will know how to help people in such situations. And you'll be an asabi what they buy say obedin semunu and obey babone. Be binti any baby of frinty and a man a bass. And to what in us here, no wait me up 1 year.
Good. Medasifa Ghana answer the problem is I red. Inti say yeah we are tobacco this cigarette ya my Polanda. Yeah. Mumi enye sa program you so red there no. Senka wa be janu bi ananke do ko Germany. And has so you don't buy room. Steve it was some kaka Steve so banafi our to so edi amaye Steve Capo and I can come was red in Kawabi Janum Nanka omo your program nankeja. Yeah, do ko he bia Germany and US Germany na obi da Atwa Mountains e ba so obenya no also nu boni a wa gasa bezo onum ni very rewarding so man bia ye bia o connection man crofosika odi abuban emphasize asem ne makra omu nya yesu ba boni enye papa original is a zombie e ofe enye ne sakra Capo medase na Ryan Gis and our wedding como Rio Ferdinand the podcast so then some all can say he's convinced that Branson and friends said Marcus Rashford, you know, he will be better off moving away from Manchester United because clearly you can't almost scout it, no, it's me introducing it to the main team of Manchester United or no as Ryan Gis or no Louis Van Gaal and it's me yes you know. Now I get a lot of comments when the discussion about Marcus Rashford Eba, and the easiest thing that most people can say he is a field talent, but I don't see it as such. Near Marcus Rashford Akomuno, I see it as a player. Now, when you're difficulty to maintain peak performance under different managers. Into your share the Leo Messi, the beginning of Leo Messi, you Boyan Kekic at FC Barcelona. Yeah. But the boy Leo Messi, and then say before time or introducing to the world, you know, he played with mature players and experienced guys. I know who BBR and then Frank Rijkaard. Just after that, the transition from Rijkaard to Pep Guardiola, no. Was another person and also a Barcelona through and through in Pep Guardiola. So the style of Messi synonymous with how Pep Guardiola operates. So the brilliance now Emma managers they stuck to how Pep Guardiola was playing and how he utilized players at Barcelona. Okay. So it was very difficult to tweak and as a change from the norm at FC Barcelona. But this is Marcus Rashford. Louis Van Gaal introduced, you know. Afterwards, yenya coaches beat to say Jose Mourinho, yenya coaches beat to say Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, a lot of other managers and Abba. Manchester United as a club, no, are failed to have a consistent run. Into that consistency na anyone any managers be Briaban affected the development and the peak performances of Marcus Rashford. Okay. But clearly, Ushasani or announcing a hona. Naka means strong car. Marcus Rashford should be the name I ever bomb more than even Kylian Mbappe. Sure. Because the skill set, you know, Sanya was sharing your man as born and no bond here.
you could tell us that this is a guy who is destined for greatness. But the difference here is that one is a French. He played under Leonardo Jardim, and he was explosive at AS Monaco. Straight away from there, he moved on to Paris Saint-Germain, and they believed in the talent of Kylian Mbappe. The personality also counted. In some making as a mental fortitude in Juma, you will struggle. But Kylian Mbappe against the odds, no, it proves the glimpses of brilliance are at Monaco, no, and your fluke, he's here to stay. And will develop a craft, no, and Bonidi at Real Madrid. So Marcus Rashford and so our similar profile. You can players or more pace or will be. You can power in terms of shooting, the accuracy. Marcus Rashford, a name I'll be mentioned, but he's not a failed talent. Many guess here say the environment at Manchester United in there Miami say that I nya feel na maybe to be aso. Anya dear babe one is say he has to be happy coupled with injuries what suffer. But the no Aston Villa no e be a fan entirely at the benchmark at this discussing the all United and fair because these are two different clubs with two different aspirations. And the numbers are when you know Aston Villa, no, when you know Manchester United, and as any other top club, is still failure. But there they will celebrate it. So those saying he's a failed talent, you know, I don't agree to almost statements, and I don't subscribe to that. But I feel say this is a player who has suffered from maintaining peak performance due to the numerous and consistent changes of managers. And only idea I have Marcus Rashford, but for the mental state and then for the happiness, no, a bit better for him to move on from team my friends at Manchester United. And now Bologna also make it to the final of the Coppa Italia. You see, sometimes football teach you lessons the hard way. This is a club Thiago Motta and Ebefai and will make it a giant leap in terms of the managerial career to Juventus. Now football anytime MOBABM. So when managers are hired, they are seen to perform magic in a very short space of time. That is why a manager will be doing well. A simple blip, now he becomes the number one enemy of all. Managers quoting moi, the vibe around the club now all of a sudden SSR because he is seen as a messiah. So he is coming in to change the fortunes of the club. So Thiago Motta moving on at Juventus, you know, it was a premature movement for him at the stage of the career. He's a rookie, and at Juve they would want to have Juventus back competing for titles, playing good football. A idea Wontumi for more at this stage. Fast forward, he moves on, and then Yenya Vincenzo Italiano. And O'Share route in the UEFA Champions League group phase, they were very poor. The only game they managed to win was a victory against over Borussia Dortmund. I don't know Wontumi winning. So they gathered experience out of the pain in the UEFA Champions League and not spare on to do well. Now here they are. Wontumi are making it to the final of the Coppa
first time in 51 years.
A remarkable achievement.
As almost Bibia Kasasemi Omo history no
yes. Because we have manager now, the trajectory of the success, you know, on your beer, Makanda say you can't celebrate all managers in the same light because they are managers, they are born winners. They are serial winners. They are managers who be saving clubs be from relegation. They are others who be promotion, but when your promotion it ends there. Wontumi find anything better. They are managers who make development, who identify talent. Into betime account say this player coach we no confirm. That is the speciality. And only had the this is about the fourth final occur after when Fiorentina occur in the Conference League. He is doing well for Bologna, but the spark at Bologna at the latter part of the season, Mama Jedi say AC Milan, Sergio Conceição, who is likely to leave at the end of the season, and Yadi Obenyani easy sir in the grand finale. So Bologna's story, one that I would want to see to the end, whether it be a fairy tale or you be another Cinderella story in football once again at Bologna. But now I come here about Real Madrid. I strongly believe they need to do a ruthless job in terms of their defensive shape. The very foundations of Real Madrid, Omunya medal enya attack in Inano. Now one aspect of Omu team na very strong was their defense. Marcelo, Sergio Ramos, Pepe was there before Rafael Varane, Ebabishim. And then look at the right back aspect of the game. They've always had a good defensive shape. Yeah. But now the story is entirely different. But the Amana Ehune say Eda Militao no injury situation no idea you can gamble on. David Alaba. And then now Yehu Rudy Gansua. Previously Niehune say or cost island because of injury. Now he is also facing injury situation. So Madrid will be a pardia. I think say much attention. I also want the defensive shape. And one area they need to rectify before the next season. And yes, they will go through the cycle of makeshift defensive line. Chomeni member for ne or China yesha right back na Valverde, who is more explosive, one obo in a natural position. So I side with Messiah. Say Madrid would need to find solutions to their defensive issues and Sana next season either than that Capo, I feel it's always going to be very difficult for Madrid, because right now no Wontumi finding the balance in the team. That is why Ebimo Kasa normal to the extent of saying say Kylian Mbappe the reason for Real Madrid's slump. I don't think that gentleman ever any issue or hand in Madrid's season. He has been brilliant scoring the goals for them. But the club Madrid need a team Madrid and Ankasa and any balance in the team, and it's something that goes beyond just Kylian Mbappe.
Was Tivo Medasi na yaba ye ba local no na fi oba time na ye nhwe nsema ewo Ghana ye league num ene de keka ho na ye rese de nuama enso esitie. Solomon Dazi said a story around football. The B me pass just results in those who scored them blah 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 blah. And no you can say sorry, what do story about where she says and or can I say now or stories around football no and Lawrence Donko say trust Wontumi Sports for good foreign news presentation and analysis and what they Boatin Blessing Junior say I'll sign Pedri and no a question of the day and what the Abayensu Steven say Pedri and afi Alhaji Bruno say I'll sign Valverde because of the versatility and on so the you see if Chamba was a Pedri and on say I'll sign one and Fedi Valverde or sign no Afo Crunchy Dixon say Pedri and on so ebe sign wo yam kwa na yeni enfie nsemu enkomo obata se bibia boko bi na ye dynamics
nsemo ho
oh yeah una ofri achire bana say Ghana league no nyame adoma weekend matches
ebe ba so
has nso anya na 3 points
but coach Watara nshi coach Watara
obi a we winning the game and no on
winning the game say
and we nya 3 points
the man walk over and win
but we winning
walk over and win
but as all the show obey your story no as all the shows has a winning 3 points 3 goals o ma boy wie anopai what does I go over winning just the amount dia we winning
ever more
nti Watara me nyina no so sa why minya no so sa
but no story bi wa say ti Watara
story okay na ado Karim Zito so story or coach
coach is there wa
esa odi anu so ba
because e say Watara no ona oti ijaso
okay okay Marty any yonkwe
right yes so free Africa schools championship and so good koso my concrete Ghana me patch University of Ghana Legon on a Jumadian and sweat me koso na enum no ana Mr. Kojo dan so bi anyina nim say Ghana ya qualify the free group no group A ya qualify the free ma ya topic group no na Mr. Kojo dan so ene coach team no ya bisa ne say chama san na niam koso say ultimate no ana ma target ana opani chemu sei enso etimi yes nessa no enso etimi akakra opani ani di ade kwajo danso ade tuja one U15 coach Adma on my Kokro Ghana and the Sansa tuja na nwachi woko U15 eye emana katia Ghana ya head coach na Joyce Ejay and coach emana dia no ono susu ebisa on se na niam akwa say mosumanya 9 points abibia ekwa kama ana babawa anamposa mami ani di Joyce Ejay say omudie do hwanu ma ne so ombe keep momentum no nempo maintain omu focus se na be a omo nso ebetimaje the ultimate e de so monas yentie mami Joyce so timi ankoma kakra mama Joyce Ejay ade tuja na ena Manchester 8 dan Capo say ena be kwa semi final ana say yakwa kodu na ena about 2 p.m. Senegal and Uganda ebebo ena ye mema na kache ana fe the same time so Ghana and Tanzania ebebo 2 p.m. ama bibia so etimi akokama na okopim e mano so akache a Uganda about 3:15 na wo ebo Morocco afe Ghana ebo Republic of South Africa no so 3:15 ana sa game senior 8 abaswa and also Chris this one is sweet mashe na Mr. Samuel anim ado so nim nie pa asamwajan ene Samuel anim ado de o ka ba ko a na se waka pem na opani ene ne di komo ne nuano sporty ene kokodi nkomo na yebisa on sam say a branch of somewhere Jay say and was if I know own sanka omra mayor Black Stars your strikers coach and was one of you do any sanka by anka somewhere jano German Quina come Black Stars coach esan say Ghana matches I boy all cup qualify matches a boy choir a branch and a fast one say when you plus it didn't come on crown say yet no ebe run no Black Stars strikers coach ebe wapa.
I saw him speaking to the players. And the passion with which he spoke to the players, I said, this is what we need in the national team. On the AFCON, he had all the boys,
almost all of them,
were around him. Fadiga, all those boys were. Them the best way to go. So if Dr. Randiabi and co put this together, then it was a good thing to have Asamoah, have yes, and all that, all of them in the team to support the boys, because the boys, they need such conversation.
These boys, especially the attack, Semenyo and Inaki, they worship, they idolize Asa. So imagine he have been a session. So I believe it's time we make him the strikers coach, because we've realized that sometimes the goals will not be coming, and the world of football is changing. A lot of clubs have strikers coaches.
We have set pieces coach.
Yes,
you have goalkeepers coach. You have this. So you have that. Every department of the game.
I will use this platform to plead with the authorities, the ministry, the FA leadership, Dr. Randiabi, my senior. When it comes to management committee, he is one of the most successful, I can tell you. I work with him with number 20. His style of leadership is one of the best. And I do wear my heart for Dr.
Senator yenim se modikanya kasakasa kakra bi na se senator uni di nkomo ofro na so ofro na eno so kire mu sei e de kire.
What's your relationship with Kurt now?
I met Kurt at Yakubu's wedding. I met him at another place. We spoke, and I remember he was telling me that I'm his junior brother, so for him we spoke.
Yeah, after speaking you speak, but what's your relationship with him?
We have
because you guys used to be very close.
Very.
And it's no longer like that.
In life, sometimes somebody will want to do something on his own. Somebody will want to show you that they don't need you at a point when they will need you at some point.
He doesn't need you now.
Maybe.
Sano answer to your Komakakra and us etimi toja don sempi MIT Wontumi 101 ayapon3 Yenram sporty and adesomudin komoya yasu akibi ebo enso etimi amoti Yenram our Ghanaian Premier League no sansa nyame adoma datna anoposa Sunday obrekum enye ize obrekum na Golden City Park obrekum Chelsea Women Nations FC and bebo na anum na Kasim Mengel Okansi as head coach Edman Nations FC papai yendi komani abisa as a chairman, now say, son and Yamal after so share Kotoko preparation towards this game. Say, and
no, the committee become very keen and keen. So you don't need to lose focus on whatever you are doing. So we are very focused on whatever we are doing.
Based on our statistics so far, we've been the best away performing team is that an assurance that going to Brekum will definitely have a cause to smile?
That tells us our away performance is good, so I think we're going to play, and when we go to the way we've been playing and achieving results, we're going to do the same thing at Brekum.
Kasim Okansi Mengel, one of the two Janwati, Vladimir Vanderpool, a player at the club and the Nations FC. On the Bisana says so far, San and Yamako, now league, pressure Wamoso, now pressure new Amoso, Amoko against Brekum.
But currently, with the winning streak and where we are, there is much more, but we can soak it. We are much more determined than we are very poised to do much better and remain where we are. The second position that we are at, we are going to do everything possible to make sure that we are able to beat BBNE to the top. We are very poised to make sure that we are taking the league this particular campaign season.
Vanderberg and as Vladimir Vanderpool and the Sasa who said the Cocotuja, Yada that said I'm your telephone. I said, so Oko Kumasio Sante Kotokwa. Nami Adma Sunday Kotoko and your Diana and Yaza Baba sports to the patrol. Unya Nyawaju Sabakwa started Wabwa as Kotoko supporter because game of clubber your friend Diana Stars now and ewo AJ Sports Complex yanko coach training sessions anu so etimi course opanina ne din enso so de nurse ne zito wonom enso etimi adwuma ema bibias etimi ko kama one assistant coach enei dia mensans etwa cast omo ya points na me adma Sunday wo meje 3 points e dia makotogo supporters na reporter mensans etwa cast on say akotoko ne yesesa sa kire ebam Hamza Mohammed a former player Adama Asante Kotoko Capo se said the year say Kotoko youth team no Hamza eneba befa. Yes, enkra eba ne Hamza Muhammad eneba befa. No bisa say o matete Hamza obey say Hamza obey ba Hamza obey ba Hamza obey ba at the end of the season Hamza obey and so nkra yet tete say ono so beta be join Asante Kotoko bobo enso ko no uko akra so folk on some ka say komo watara eja tuano to on hweye wanya 3 points or dey kwatwa koto wa mo match wanya 3
any day
ni game against Kotoko so olusu game na e betima pam no
sa has form empenifo no pa omo bon kan no
yes sir olusu sa game na ye be pam no
has Kotoko shahasa
o me pam watara
no ane watara contract no omo
na wie asema market troto wonne na omuni former Kotoko player former Kotoko coach saba pe kuro ye wasa former Suatreman coach ntimika wo ya huni pakro
wasa kwa South Africa
ba
hey na nyo na ebe kuro mai
jese omusudi ni se esese o
ye
omuni ni so se ho edidi nkomo
ese nkomo no so koso
first part edi ka toja ti de be ba ni se watara adwuma se watara lusu game against Kotoko ono so
coach Matt K
yes Fabio Capello yes Siano ni this year no ndisanete na me wie no nim say division 2 emra ana we ho adwuma kakra na nyame ya doma on the 2nd of next month ana mpacho omo so omo playoff no so eba so omo tournament na eba so na ye ni chama Kotoro edi nkomo after the draw ni ebisa no say senensi say no enso sitie chama Kotoro etiremu sei erekyere. Okay, I'm saying Chama Kotoro Diano, Diana ready. Now, you be son and some you Baku, you say, you be son about drone we and you be son. I didn't know. I say, no second division, I want Ghana in a Diana Sonko. Would any can't hear with me? Okay, you are near Benoso.
Not 3rd day, 6th of May. You know, near group stage in now, winner of Group A will meet winner of Group B in the final match on Friday, which will be the 9th of May. Yes, now you eventual winner. Said I'm better you know, I ballot in the way. Now next week Friday, which is the 2nd of May. You have first match and you have next day and the rest day. Now you have 4th, which is Sunday. Not 3rd day, 6th of May. You know, near group stage in the way. Now winner of Group A will meet winner of Group B in the final match on Friday, which will be the 9th of May.
Nesano enso tie chairman come on na yebisa say e dey na special entia I say onu kwa de ne second division no I say we organizing a different a chain others
clubs no are very cooperative actually say so I need to lead now your organization now they are not going to get the best of football and it's not easy running a division 2 club and I always doff my heart for my clubs. They've done tremendous work, even though administratively we are also doing very well. The clubs are known as they are Sedamom, and that has been a secret in our bay. They are really developing football in the
Saman, I don't know. On the sound come yaba. I say one day, baby boko bia. Me born in chain. Me born in chain pa. Na Capo. Uko swami magazine. And you may be swami magazine. It's Omaji Atum.
Oh, okay.
Omo the stamp nesi so.
Okay.
Say eya.
Okay.
Enye baby a. Say video na ready a. So that be yama omo.
Magazine for.
Yes, magazine.
Oh, yeah, na dey one.
Yes.
Inch spanner. One na. Omo monitor.
Magazine for no.
Wow. Hey, akumia de. Baby akumia. Akumia so na that's all. Oh, nice.
No, usadu nkawie nso a. Nkawie. So that ma nkawie so de no na yeni nkomo. Nkawie se si nkawie e wonso omo toche nutilate na Barbering Salon na be. What there?
Nkawie ni.
Nkawie ni e ho no Barbering Salon no.
Wow, boys ne kasa.
Boys ne kasa. Odi entie kakra.
Boys ne kasa.
Ghana de obi aja atunti so wo anya ntuma wala
registered stamp no team so
approved
yes swami for magazine for omo busy pa omunya time mo hwe ode na say Wontumi trendy yara ase
why fancy na na bedwafo nto aso
matemi da ase fa swami magazine for yencham star killer mini park baako pa star killer ho so am ho a enya asem geto akura nche machine si for ma star na be ho adwuma na bibia so aye kama
ho Papa Luba
hey masa o Mike nya adwuma stiwo o ye
oh Capo ekram
yes
ensembi ya na also nya opinion
oh no kre enya asem ya
enya the fact say asem no ye ode no Wontumi sembia na wadwenchire tomri bi akwa tum tie bi na fatum
no
you can't have opinion
on sembi ho
over everything otibia no akwa no
atum
nti nya wi de kasa be kire ma wadwen ye hia wadwenchire no
na kasa wi ase me be kire
wadwenchire bi ani ba bia akwa no tum
suicide
about a story about House of Folk and the potential danger elumi. You see, I've always have this difficulty in set coaches BSC amo 3-game ultimatum yamani say. Whenever I hear that, I am not so confused.
Okay.
Is it that you believe say he's a good coach, but and you maybe I will feel say one kasa we are aware of an inti man performing inti na man ultimatum and I say feel say 3 games in the here inti so we need no be lose the aka nyina en fa ho medina ho amenti ase
say bia de no mo aso ho den amo apija omodin monum
you see
this I anya ne sa obegutim no
how many times na Watara abo Asante Kotoko obo in the Democracy Cup and this season obo in the league inti say we are bent on sacking the manager. You don't need Kotoko's game and Sanwa take a decision. Say whether say Obeyina na say. In any case, so Oshe Kotoko now all of a sudden the fortunes of us assessor.
Say no Kotoko has me a special game. We need the special joy black club and the support.
What is special joy now? But Emma has 25 points. I bet my man by the top of the table.
There we.
Sokotoko Konkra ni next weekend against House of Folk. Na yemfa say which NC yemfa say House akoshe. I don't know joy nebeba no. It make up for the poor run na wenya no. It make up for points now what drop na any intimate man on that top na. I feel say as board of House of Folk and management, they should know what they want. I think appointing Ouattara in the first place, they had a plan.
Okay.
They had something that they wanted to do with the manager. So you go back to Newman Awutrogu Hono. Say, after a year of appointment, this is what we are looking for.
Okay.
A, B, Z, this is what we are looking for.
Yeah.
In the first 4 months, in the last 6 months, in a year, 12 months, this is what we are looking for. So go basani mano. Now he say okay, coach na ntimi anchivi. Ni anti a wentimi anchivi ne say obisai ABC yamfa mano into the wentimi anchivi. Therefore, you be pardon no. We go back again and give him the backing to do the job. But on the other hand, say mo go back na mo koshe said they are not opening na mo de mano yet wa failure. I don't think we should hang around and be hovering over something enye. Say yeah, train Kotoko game. We need Kotoko game now when you're 25 points. Oh, we need Kotoko game now. What sign Gold Stars and Wabeji League na? A dear as a club or mope. Consistently, Yati calls from most of their games.
Yeah.
You hear supporters saying, say, Ouattara Mwa, Ouattara Mwa. A lot of the time, say, Ekobani say, a behind the scenes, a board in him why and you may say. So you just buy time from the supporters. Say, indeed, more outcry and in yate. But these are the reasons.
Okay.
It's a project to be a bit mature and as a bit taking off after this period. But if there is nothing like that there, may say I'm will be 2 game ultimatum, 3 game, no 2 game, no any 60 points.
But here the more can tell
what they can tell who are and changing the fact that the person has been poor and then the akano as I say baby, I know what you want. They open a 2 games.
Says you've been fair to him, say me.
So only 2 games no win it. Then the last 4 games no lose here. What becomes of with 2 games?
We will take another decision.
You see, I think it's about time people should act in a way I'm up. When Kotoko decided they want to part ways with their manager, man, hear this comic and I said,
no, straight away, say Kotoko now or down when Nimuno Krano coach in yes, who Wontumi want to unko now out there.
The first say yeah, Kotoko Eja the manager kwan nche say has nsunya the manager kwan. 2 different things.
Stand or no performing the channel. Now on your jano kwan. Now one performing.
Ebia near Kotoko dia shemu no. Any the expectation on your son has the akum.
Okay, into one scenario need this.
I think Ouattara also has a special bond with Heart of Folk Team Ra.
Tobia Fele, yeah.
To a certain extent with Nkomobia Medidi. Even when Heart of Folk get to some points, Krana, we hear Skabia, dear Krana, a bit chance and a free throw haba.
Okay.
Ouattara na timi skirmishes.
Emma BBC.
Be a wiggy be so ye be money be back.
I contribute aside coaching. No,
I then a man you know there's a battle on the ground.
Oh, okay.
You see, near Comea Canon, a clear case of money. I wouldn't say incompetence because we knew the situation over there. I would say a clear case of managerial lapse. Because if ABI baby and out of nowhere Nyoma Sisi into Sikano ya shorty and a coach a bemu to rescue and ya pay. If it happens another time, now you're consistent, it means there's a huge managerial lapse. Adena bear rampant. In chess ABI which be the buy no camp. But in football, it's strictly business. Sentiment can't always avail itself. Say because why you saying in the bigger picture no the masses know what they are calling for no you better turn a blind eye to what they are calling for because who is coming here to car tie No, it doesn't work like that in football.
That's why they know about this special relationship. Aside now, you also contribute to another factor. MBS will be in war.
So to us, society have incompetence, but they have a lapse.
Okay.
So what I say, say you man nya watara na say oh yeah, name me kodru e ho kiraba. Maybe a couple oh. And I come here me a 1,000 bi wa hayen fantofu one. Anya una say so to baba bi ya kodru no. Se ye ka se ye twen ama ya san akoyechi a ye nyina ye be che.
Sure.
Nti me ba ma ba ji misika. But etwa so saa. E che se obi nya na adwuma yi. Anya wo adwuma na say so oh yeah. But o gina so na ka say because of what you are doing. Enunti yeah, stick it to it. I say, yeah, more sympathetic. Kakra na the person yeah na me enye because yeah, who kochire ya who na obe yisika me atomilo. It doesn't work like that. Okay. They should sit down, analyze the situation. No mo hu ni omo pe. So omo hwe na ne omo pe no, it doesn't align with baby a coach ni de omo nam. And into omo pe so mo ja no kwan ya. Nya de I was say afeni check kotoko match. Me say kotoko management are taking decisions upon decisions. From Coach Maso time to Barreto to whoever came in. When the FL said the going was getting tough and the manager was a problem, straight away, yes, because a football cycle, a cosa, you can come back again. Maybe at that time, you need a breather.
Sure.
You need to go sabbatical, be nawasa, kusfien bi akanwaba. But in praying there, see, I shall not say fadia. And then chess will be time, will be a gentleman's agreement according to football. No sanity, coach. Watara, I also knew man koye. Near trust so bit me. I get over the line. I'm on your koye. But for 2 seasons, your man koye into coach. Yes, sir. Fejumana tour. And yes, sir. We building special relations with Sasi can be a wood management international target or the man saying target no new man or required to achieve those targets no so the man na yes omunya dia then they have free hand to sack him but me say ene on has kotoko game oma kotoko betima be short 3 ho obetima she kotoko 4 ho o she ni wia
problem
na so to aso ko lose 4 then
so they should find a way of identifying the problem.
Yes, no ate on it. Mo me bibi emfa attache hang on a certain games why shekotoko into all as well. Say has shekotoko na still on the fit position. Has shekotoko na still baby any go stars in the lead. Nations FC in the lead. Has a free FA Cup. What does that oh shekotoko no me in this instance? I think say very much ado about nothing, but they should act quick, smart, and son and normal ready for music but because they are now entertaining there sometimes they are a bit funny.
Okay, it's never been ragim no ye pa na de nkomo na akomi amamra so
yes atani attacking inka ba ko de ba
tafo mo jedro
ai
ba ko so de tete sam nko a ancestor ni attack
ancestor na teacher
e dey zo
o se no ma o ye bia no we ono onye millennium ono onye Gen Z we krobodu say party make na we
krobodu say
ne pie na te wo sa no ni omo otimi ye no
yere ni enti amwa
ni omo otimi ye we go no omo time no omo she kodro o za ade
kodro ani
first no mazi to be sure no na no boda nkoko a so chobe
obodi
boda nkoko a
na zu onu ya sister o ye
dey be say me no me o say me o ma me airdrop
o be no
ti me je airdrop ba we ni there we generations upon generation was standing the test of time. Yes, so very manaka we
so to abetampe
asase aba no no
opre what go for bia se
o David the ekika ko e because atani ata asema wa kan ni e hye ma me achi kodwomo
o so wa nyini sim bankuta bankuta ni mu
bankuta
ai
David
ye to bankuta betufia won say ya talk for brother won say buda
David
wa nyini sim bankuta ko ya
Unia, young boy.
It's fancy. The stories are aligning. Jack is you.
Ah, no, I'm very
Supremo. Come on, boy, sit that time. And
that's a moment. Right now.
Capo, it is a Osha or Muminu na Nansia na Kumasa Santico de Kuguya no Creature Sem Crano. Stone and any that so. Oh,
yeah.
You try say beherse the situation university ako. Na asubieti mi aba me bia atimi atodi amade beto aso etimi ato aso whether say be say enye emre ene nkrabia na be de ebechire but house of folk in sense sem ni omon komo no so asori bremu e wo say kire wo say omu nua ne kodoko na omu hujesi what you say
yeah
enti anamon bia kodoko atu no omu su nya yakasa anamon na ombe de obetu the truth of the matter here ni say House of folk for now ya aware say the performances of Ouattara no enye they know omo ya aware what am I say
yeah
but what check it the decision making around the sacking now ube where the pros and cons around it say some no jada kwan wan akofa ne de naba so money coach Maxwell didn't come
yeah
said your bad time be kan no
sure
but eniani nkomo what you say eniani nkomo enye nkomo adum pempen so say pamo Ouattara sisi amama so la be fa adwuma na ba be dey ababe the other coaches so has folk ni omo ye dey edi nkomo so omo nya omo so ankomo bitima amoma ye dey aba
okay
emi se me no ka say e say two coaches pa omo ye hot cake kokuru mu ase pa e ma so kono do ni sika kono
yeah
the local terrain. But the posture of Ouattara doesn't even help him. Because whenever House of Folk loses games, I said that T in the post match. House of Folk lose games are any player supporters.
Yeah.
Any supporters no no media for nakum. But now House of Folk be winning game no. No Ouattara.
Oje fans no
ope fans na so true the enya on person obeji blame no enti e mo madwen omo nya kakra
okay
also ye coach you are in the same position as what happened with Kumasa Sante Kotoko and Kochogun because a question back omo raise ni say players ahodo e ba season we nyina no de muntintima na sa players we mu ye den e baaye it is what me for munya results ayenya okwan ma wonye den onko ebi na Ouattara susu gina mu sisi ano so bi no se ono susu issue eda ho se players bi say they score samo and pedumu kra ne omo picky issues ebi ma kokon nchen issues bebrebe
yeah
it is a resource ne ma e wo see a whole responsible because poko preseason wo Togo nyina abakromu a unim team no but the results are not coming forth. Me no work say na no Mike be percentage wa ha say no o say has folk percentage wa mo di beji league kura na be say percentage no muni number
match amo 3 points
oh yeah
before you start
weekend 3 points 3 goals
top
yeah
top it Ouattara ke carry ope it any the ope that's just by the way but I actually believe say baby has folk da any the room city di omujuma no they will look at Kotoko, they will come out strongly and they will need to get results as soon as possible because Kotoko no kra no will FA Cup sabo
yeah
so Kotoko will have even opted to keep their coach more but mukra na antna but minister also yeah address will be the policy different policies but I think despite having different policies the results is one and the purpose is one win
okay to be on the policy by we are fighting for same goal
we are fighting for win win.
We need ma.
Oh, but no man at a one my relationship between Ouattara so ne penny so respect wom. So it any adwuma be a pamuni betima easy pamu sa pamuno se pakoko. I'm a penny for so house of folk penny for no mu dimunti maya. Almost who is as a Ouattara chedo na Ouattara again favor baby almost any young.
That's Ouattara didn't want you.
Ouattara didn't want you to time.
Yes. Me tear din pa.
Me tear din na chiri ban. onya kate no wate no
point line
wedding
wow
what did they mention as no wedding
into their supporters ne kind of outside yem pam no yenyesie no said o mu hu issue no nya sa na tie o inside
House of folk and the way they listen to their supporters, you know, I don't know, but from my observation, because I don't know, and it doesn't mean that really deep on share how they are taking serious when it comes to almost suggestions. But from my personal observation, I can draw a conclusion. Say, more voice, but more voice in the to be a new actually.
Okay.
Share. Or our supporters say, "Be more come more, your caucus be all." So more come more.
Eshiki
bond of 1884 for omo gina mu se pampe ye gitim na ye dia o ye den
obeko
ba se we no omo kasa game ni wi a kasa ne ba na ateko omo kasa mu na se be ase yenye na ase konkon ho and there was even a certain time where
wow
several board meetings in the annual meetings be on my to be raise concerns about House of Folk supporters in their contribution. A dream baby crown shares once and send me pay by my casa to be a day. Ebem. I'm a casa to be bem. And it to be a supporters need they do enough, but enough is not enough to give you a month at such a club like House of Folk.
Tis dear Quay club in tier supporters now because they're born your boys who asa eso mutie because my last game no boy omo balls omo ne Karela game no supporters ne paralyze say any day watara de omo pena hu kura bi mutim
but also House of Folk supporters are gentle about this time around.
Yeah, for sure we need the watara they say
when they decide to be radical you can't stop them.
Omutimi ko work coach out from
yes
Bruni and no kopamuni
omo when they decide to be radical they will be radical.
That's watara they will stop for him.
But you share how but House of Folk and they know say the season is gone. Maybe omujina no they say watara the contract be would have. Let's solve these questions. Let's be real.
Okay.
What am I say? Season FA Cup yenim. League ni baby e da no.
Yeah,
how much mathematically you be e da anymore. What I say? Enti you see I pam na say aka 2 months or 3 months kwa also twice ka dey there.
E de mano.
The contract massage issue no niema season no kwa wiye.
Think that would
the most important aspect of it is a House of Folk survive relegation.
Sure. I think a positive.
Or no, what I answer more kind so main point is on best survive relegation at the beginning of the season. And no one answer more kind. What I say? And if you waste your money in
league no too.
What I say? You waste your money in Kasembe involved in the day. Oh, Anna Togo is a businessman. Why invest a lot in House of Folk?
Sure.
So don't expect him to just get up and take decisions any day, anytime, like he wants and be our baby be a businessman. I didn't see Capo club my infrastructures. Yeah. So let's sometimes relax a little bit.
Okay.
Results are not good, but ultimately area be permanent be TSS canon.
As a more consider factors no.
Oh, what I say?
Compensation be o me share the contract no clauses say
and making na mic tia na edu ba for
ye de won komo. Nyase empam na ya pam no.
Na say na obi kwaji iska bi free House of Folk from Mike, was it Kafana baby no call ya 1 year scout bear 120,000 Ghana cedis.
Yeah. The former player Nana.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Enche bia.
Don't come fa no ba o msi baby obeda. Accommodation issue ni ade na player easy ya na ja.
It House of Folk supporters no yet mo assess resource is no go no enkoye. Understood. You have a point. Okay. And some na mo kan nyina to asumu. But me amete yi. Me share the bigger picture now. I believe say the season is gone. If the season is gone, you don't risk it. Sack him. Now if he's cabin bedechri. Now if na heka. I'm sure the contract now sign, you know. We're in the second season House of Folk. Ghana has let me say coach is not sign 3. It's
3 krana 2 be call
ka one watch say 2 no crampo now 2 no krana say we season now. You no. Then you plan ahead for the new season. There's no need to I say almost quiet almost and also compress the panic button.
Fast so
2 different situations back who FA Cup
yes yeah no eye for a title
back who I couldn't league no grand term no was wrong or who say what you say
over man yeah okay we don't see chineba bishum
no cre
na is it here Mr. Sarwadu Yemre na yenhwe de kakra ho na you said in your university
has in some nkomo no mudifa ho no
yeah
I think say unless club nangasa the babetre at the end of the season whether it's been a successful campaign or not because there is a bit of way ambiguity about KPIs a Setima Watara
yeah
coach in say season on the bottom na say obe survive relegation
yeah
which they are doing a very good job at that na minim on can be am for FA Cup no but they were eliminated by a Division 1 league side Golden Cakes your season now they should do a review has we're meeting the KPIs if they feel they want to continue with him fine because one of the justifications the man say Oba first no when ya kwenya na rem into the transfer market and top players
yeah
this time around onankasa to nenum to he said it several times say players or mobile has be an on one recommendation so the expectation was omobebo a brand of football now no Watara we preaching but he keeps on lamenting the enkoye na players I say so that's why I said oh dear me season no yeah then they will take the decision regarding the coach no who baby or mother but was a regional force in the news but this time around for positive reasons I pair say a footballer the other side of a game and more grow commercially at the back more a football career now and may the way need to commodity actually local footballers and say there is a certain image and a brand to build see your life as a footballer, not just for the period you last on the pitch. 90 minutes in a week, ni na no. Ube training ube the match no abe ba akwe ni ma 90 minutes. But that should not end your career. Your career should grow
beyond
outside the football pitch. You should have a brand, a certain representation, and not that sense of responsibility. And portraying good conduct, no ebeba. Say Shemitrim say I have a brand to protect anyway. It will guard against certain practices be. Exactly. Masana Richard for a video na Mashadrak say if it's available obet me abo video na my na omo share so exactly what I'm speaking to. Nesi Richard Ofori has teamed up with renowned Italian fashion brand.
Wow.
Yeah, Oko Italia. Your brands are and they are top 3 no. Armani account, maybe ube you Gucci, ube you Prada. Then now the Armani account, Giorgio Armani, Omar Chepa, and they have a range. Because I'm a worker suit, but they are not just limited to suits. And Pabwa, even with eyewear, one was our L'Oreal products, you know. L'Oreal license, you know, to some part is linked to Armani. More branded Dimupa.
Wow.
Yeah, if the video is ready, Shara can play it. So they have a chain of products and them where our brands are about. God being so good. I didn't say go pon to adom ensure the go bia so what be the go Richard Ofori so.
Wow.
Emporia Armani, the new perfume bia bar. They've identified say omone Richard Ofori and so be ejuma.
Wow.
Enti okoni Instagram no way ho. In the video you can see Richard Ofori with the perfumer or Danedi and so they are chair.
Wow, that's good news.
Oh yeah, good. Again,
Ronaldo, you appreciate it and
okay, so Armani ni Ronaldo aye ejuma pen until Ronaldo became a brand. David Beckham was brand or term that is stronger with you perfume. Enti we know obenya extra income and obe generate revenue from this aspect of my career. Nisika obeji won a club or whole. But different. Exactly what me are building the image in the brand new stage bia. When you top brands now wanting to affiliate with the Chidofori no more the Juma. I want to encourage your boys, so I think the way I will need to do this message in two. One for the brands here on the local front, and then also for the local footballers and the athletes or more. you need to build a certain brand. First, you when so say, oh, their career, no person will grow just beyond being just a good footballer on the pitch. Exactly. You capitalize on your reach. Obo Kotoko, Obo has one of the biggest clubs. You should make yourself known for a certain aspect of you among for baby name.
Okay.
San utu hufo. Baby aobetna, baby aobeko. Exactly. Your players they have their lifestyles to manage when they are actively playing the game.
Well, for this brand is over contact to know our background checks.
Oh, and some nana waka. Obey ye Jumani Bebre who send Asumesi Yenene di Juma Yenene to a Batako Yenima Babua Nemwa. I think most of our local football makers are winning, but almost all our local footballers have not positioned themselves very well for opportunities like this. I'm not saying say Amani Baba sponsor, but we have local brands here.
Yeah.
And then watch now you say phone companies, Omone Kidimo, Kwame Ujemo, Stoneboy Mo, Omuni Omudi Juma, Anameboa. Yeah. How many of our local boys have prepared themselves well enough, say, Bibi say ne by as we see I train.
By Sado, as some okay, Oshe Ghana na Oshe in products, any companies I can see our local league players in 10 homes or more.
Exactly, because
our local scene.
Omuni your muhu ye. Nazanya TikTokers nenya endorsement deals baby. Boy ya oba ebusu entwem mediane your friend is saying Jude good. I did not getting endorsement.
Deals be tuba kivu
and penny d akowa powers home come
as safo powers.
You get it. Nini na no it starts from somewhere. By any footballers, no visibility are you close to zero.
Okay.
You don't see them, you don't hear from them. Even on social media, I won't tell Monka. You need to even get people to manage it for you. Oh, guys, and if none of your friends ain't mean too for such a way from career now, break that relationship. Do it your known kobaye way no. So to me, Fred Barmau, no to me too for say young grow on social media. Cut that relationship. Your boys, you know, I was here two or more for. Now, Omoya very picky with the kind of people they keep close around them.
Important.
Because me, I think that Kwame Pokuba Kotokoya was starting to go see. Are we seeing something from Kwame Poku on social media? Digital media, and so about the performance crying the goals or share, and the all year they are found. Our boys should Sanyoma way no UCSC on the train. And the time no nobles also why you ready say obedi at the end. But when they are not even ready. And I think our players, our athletes, they need to learn this for on the local front. Then also to the companies near their brands, I think we should also start to have a look at using footballers to promote their brands.
Okay.
Because
companies be brave chroma.
Yeah.
Not see
Herbal company.
Yeah.
They look out for Obi Auton better. You will be with your local league name.
Yeah, you advert with TV. So
exactly the point.
Woman cry who your local league players see.
But yeah, TV this one and the generational mobile. Omaka in time for the
so social
media, Instagram, Facebook near there. You're making sure that we are getting some of our local stars on board near Pushi or near Tom or the Omoko. We need to grow together.
Okay.
That industry, that side, they need to grow with our local football. Since your local football, he has such investment into the sector to grow it. But again, Misiso, say your footballers name CS your one Kenya. Are you for the bedroom? No, yet ready. Nafe upon honeko. And that is the message I want to send.
We a message you move champa sorry what do diama your local players no to team me cry now so you play and now bobra so the cow dear no na de onim ye no polish no come say the be a wo ton ho a ye beto nti sanity o we asi bibia branding Dr. Mensa be wa gini din ato mfie bebree doctor ekuta ne brand mu eno ntina wote ne din na yare a woto ani a se me ko Dr. Mensa dwuma wa ye ne brand okutem mame mampanifo akwa be na eja mpomuden de ehu hia ye panti e ba ne se ya ye ka no watie bi busuani no da form na de no ko wonso na wo sofa na nso akopɛ hu aduro na enuama ye ka mampanifo me mama kwa ba
yeah
Adom
pa na say
oh nyame adom so ye pa Dr. Mensa ho ye
adom
na sasa dro no doctor eda so ye ho adwuma
papa
because dance here wo ho anode man for frame Capo sasa dro no kitu no nkra na wo mu atoto trauma do mu ne red in sanioma no eyi wo mu pa nti yeze doctor kra banya wanke
an say dan program na me ka sem bi say Ghana nyina ye boy sasa dro ye spray ye nyina
no crepa
enam ohaw ne amane a ye fam no ansa nanka o man ne de no ho obi a de no ho o ya bofra kra obi nya sika no bebre adwuma no wo mu ade esa won saka no won sa betimi aka sa na tie nti se de o ka no doctor de no kreni ye hia no na o man Ghana nso
hia no kesifa eni nkomo
yo pogas de din kan men chia atiefo na en achina nyame yadoma me maame me maame nua baako nyame yadoma de no tumpam achina e wo jaache ya jaache pram so ehwa na ya de no tumpam maame jimfu a e wo jaache nyame yadoma achina gidigidi pa na asem
adonfo bejamo
yes nyame yadoma achina anti me wofa esua from Daniel esua from en kreni abusua peni a omotini so wa na the American nyina ne se onyame nkoso enhye busua ne din na oyin free sa ohawo no yo pogas bra ya de Capo mo onza me se sa o shebre
ne
Menze sano Menze sano dia me pese me kan nyina ne se eduru me bia enya ahote ene ye de betra ha enye se ahote yen nya betra wontumi so da bi na momo eduru me bia ye peroje a nya me beje ne ma afri ohawo ene ahokyerem onse unia eduru me bi sebi oya brantie na wonya adwuma oya babawa na adwuma wom uhunu so oya brantie ne sika bi aton nsem na ahye a onse ema wa brabo no ye bibibi ekwa ache eno ena ye to nsa fro se wo sa ohaw no mu a oba na wa ba beji sasaduru no na de adware na wotwe na fi de ehaw na attitude bia no ohun atimi ate na wo nsa ka de yesa wo nsa ka da bia me ka me se o ware a hwem na ware obi a sasabi ni na chi no de abesawo eno kra na me ka o ya branche na ware oba aya check ho na check oba no sanso na o ya baba na ware a check be ma no na check ni fie se de be ya sasabi edi na chi no hwe menkasem ji oba ne be ma enyanya nhyiamudie wo mpa so pe mumienu mu sasa no de ba ko sasa abedi ba ko achi awie nti ohia na wo fie wa wo be ma na oba no wanya bi awie na de betimi aboa wo oba na be ma na mo aye din na dun wo afiri ohia ene amane ene sabi sunsumu no ma no ni nyina ne se wo be dwane sasadno eya ha manye bibia no aye den se koliku tiawa eninti ya tu nsafro bibia wo sa ha nse bra ya so ye na beje sasadro no unti ma wo frɛ de bebrew minua yenhwe obi okasa nanum eyi nka saade we mesi de bia ya boso a na nipa bi nim sɛ oh sɛ we de anya yare unua mesi eye yare a ehu